Father Abraham had many sons, bro.
Oh, many sons. Father Abraham.
I am one of them, bro.
And so are you.
Let's all praise the Lord.
You're willing to take your pants off in front of a child? You're just weird.
What are you sorry for? Why are you apologizing? Why do you
Sorry
understand?
that I chose to stay.
Boy.
Carlos is trying to let us have better relationships, guys.
Daniel's heroes are free from jail, bro.
They support their husbands and their careers and literally everything that they do. And at the end of it, the wife will be like, I have nothing for myself.
Bro, it's the side angle and you can make out her nipple and everything. Most exciting thing I ever saw as a kid. Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, but
trying to take my life
away. All right, welcome back to another episode of Disruption Podcast. What's happening?
Early in the morning.
Good morning.
I like when we shoot at these times.
Hey, let's maybe let people know our names.
Hey, maybe 189 episodes in, they already know our names.
But because we've got new subscribers, because we're making that new money now.
Because it keeps going up. It's Northern Back Daddy, baby.
G4 Sojin.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. Just because you were disrupting
G4 Sojin in the building, baby.
It's your girl Moeezy.
It's the prayers was happening.
What's happening? Episode 189.
Good morning. Good morning.
Everybody.
I like morning shit.
Okay, now I'm realizing no one actually has a topic to talk
Oh, no.
And now we're just going to give you, good morning. Hello.
What are you talking about, man?
Bro,
We're recording whilst birds are chirping.
We have a lot to talk about.
Bro, I'm trying to get the worm. What? Is that what the early bird does?
Yes.
The early
bird might be a bit zesty. That's that.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
How do you guys want to start?
There's a lot of different things that we can start off with, man. But obviously coming off the back of Easter, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, this is something very, very quick. Maybe not quick because it could extend, but we'll see how
we have time.
We see how we want to go about it. Yeah, because it's 10 o'clock in the morning, man.
In the morning.
Fam. Father Abraham had many sons, bro.
Oh,
many sons.
Father Abraham.
I am one of them, bro.
And so are you.
Let's all praise the Lord.
Right arm. Left cheek. Bro, I hate the right arm, left arm.
Oh, there was no left cheek? Oh, there is, yeah.
Wait, maybe we need to talk about our pastors.
Oh my days.
I was doing it wrong this whole time. Damn, bro.
Spread cheek.
No.
Nah, that's wild.
Bro, many of these sons did he have?
Bro.
Many sons hath he? I don't know how many other ways I can say this, bro. Left, right, good night with all the celebrations, bro.
Abrahamic religions, bro.
Wow.
They called them that.
Like his name.
They said these religions, they belong to that guy.
This one Donnie, bro.
Wait.
Bro,
All came
Passover.
from Noah's sons.
Huh? Many
religions.
sons had Father Noah.
Yeah, but like the
That
split
doesn't-
is from all three of that in the races as well, apparently.
Noah, huh?
Yeah.
Strong genes.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Meshach?
Yeah.
No.
What? the-
Bro, anyways,
Yes,
man.
Passover, you're saying.
Passover.
Okay.
Ramadan. Easter.
Don't make me say. I'm gonna say
I'm
it.
going to
Don't
say
say
it
it.
too. Here's
Say
the-
it.
I'm cutting that.
Has you trying to say that the whole day?
Bro, like, I don't know what atheists were doing, but I think they were shook in their camps, bro. Because the amount of celebrations that were going on in this past week. Because Ramadan's been for like, what, 2-3 weeks now? 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Easter season or period starts from, I guess, last Sunday, leading up until the Sunday that just passed, which is Easter Sunday. And Passover is in the middle of that.
Yeah.
That Easter week,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah? I don't know what everyone else was doing, bro. There has to be something with rocks
What they were
somewhere. Because,
celebrating?
like, someone else is trying to chuck a new celebration. I don't know. Mercury must be in Gatorade as well.
You know what's mad?
There's a lot going on, man. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Carry on.
What's mad funny though is like the three religions that always are portrayed to be at such odds, right? I'm not saying that they agree on many things or whatever, but it's like to be at such odds, no one cares during this time that everything's happening at the same time. You know what I mean? Like no one has made. I haven't heard a single side say anything about the side.
Yeah, this one's better. or that
About
one.
you know what I mean? Like no one.
Yeah.
There's no competition. It's just like
Everyone's just-
unless
the money on business.
unless you're in
that's why.
Palestine, though, or that region.
yeah. Well, obviously
those
that's
stuff
different.
going on. Yeah. But okay, if we're talking like,
in terms of people,
fam, yeah. Wait, what are you gonna say?
Nah, I was just like, everyone is just minding their own business. I'm over here saying Happy Easter. My Muslim friends are saying something else. We're all
confused
killing-
ones are saying everything. The confused ones are saying
everything.
everything.
Confused are combining the two. But yeah, like everyone's just doing their own thing, really.
Yeah.
money doing business. Like no one is trying to say, "Oh, this is the way" or anything. Like yesterday, I was just kicking with my Muslim friends. It was good.
It's it is nice the confidence
To what?
that people are displaying.
With their faith.
Yeah. It's quite encouraging, low key. Like, I'm not going to lie, for myself, I've actually been quite encouraged from seeing how strong, within this month at least, that a lot of Muslim people and friends and whatever have been actually taking this month seriously. I'm like, why the heck am I shying away, bro? In any
good to
kind of
see the
regard.
youth doing
You
it.
know,
I
like,
love it, yeah.
the youth?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Remember how I was saying God has no more friends maybe 2 episodes ago? We're all still trying to figure out how we're navigating it within this world.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I remember you were talking about how you're having a convo with someone that was like, yo, so like what's on the mind of the young people these days? Like what are you guys thinking about? Like you remember, yeah?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, like how are you guys trying to navigate? And it's actually peak. It's proper, it's a proper
Big,
map.
but we can at least see that they're trying. You
People
know what
trying,
I mean?
but,
I mean, like 4 or 5 years ago, what I'm seeing now, I did not see that before.
Interesting times for real,
You know, but then now I'm actually able to see people actually trying, especially the young ones, you know, getting together, celebrating, and trying to take the faith serious. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah, hopefully it's not just a thing where it's because it's Ramadan. So obviously they're trying to put best foot forward and then afterwards dies out. We hope that this is something that they continue.
Yeah.
I
Or
won't lie,
Easter,
yeah.
or
Oh yeah, even Easter
Because-
as well, yeah.
I feel like every single pastor across every single church yesterday did
Because
the same joke.
Yesterday we got.
We'll see you guys at Christmas.
No, myself, not us, obviously, but because we normally we go to a Christian church. But yesterday, my nephew got baptized, so at a Catholic church. So that was, I don't know, that was the first. No, not the first time. Probably in a long time that you guys been to.
Nah, mate was there. Thankfully, it was a great service. A couple months.
Hallelujah.
But
lace on,
anyways,
bro.
we went. But basically, yeah, they had 3 priests there.
Yeah.
They were
Bro,
just
heavy hitters, Avengers.
Bro.
Bro.
No,
There was
the
4.
rest
There
of
was
the
4.
It
I
was a
believe there was 4.
rotation, bro.
Because-
It was a rotation.
Rotation.
Yeah, it was rotation. I think it was yesterday.
No, not gonna lie, real quick. One of them didn't know what to do though. There was one Donny that was looking for remotes to light on candles, bro. I swear. Man was
The guy.
Man was walking around, bro. It killed me. What you say,
No,
yesterday?
but yesterday, because obviously yesterday was Easter. And a lot of people pulled up to church. Well, to be honest, I don't know. That was my first time going to that church, so I don't know. But based on what the priest was saying, that indicates that this is the first time church was this
Oh,
packed.
yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Others will not be saying this kind of messages.
In
you know,
Arabic,
you know?
thank you for it's so nice that it's such a full house
It's
today.
such a full house. I was like, this.
Empty space.
Nah, to be honest, when he said that, I looked at it, I said, full house. Yeah,
That's
good.
what I was thinking. I was like,
But-
damn,
but-
bro, what's happening on a regular Sunday
Yeah,
here?
but what's happening on a regular Sunday? But yeah, basically encouraging people to come to church, not just, you know, on a special occasion, which is like Easter, Christmas. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Which is important, of course.
Yeah.
You know, if you're trying to take your faith serious, depending on, you know, whatever faith it is, you know, try to apply that on every day on a consistent basis. Not
Bro,
just,
in these
you know.
treacherous times, man,
Yeah.
people got to hold on to something.
gotta
Okay,
hold on to
obviously for me,
something,
I'm going
yeah.
to push and say Christianity, yeah, right? But just in general, people got to hold on to something, man. Like, because the bombardment, I reckon, just in terms of everything and different things to care about and look at, is mad. So, yeah, people are, it's interesting times for everybody, man. But, yeah, man, Easter, bro. Good time,
But it
man.
was still good,
You know what kills me is the fact that like like there'll be so much smoke a lot of the time for Christianity, but bro, there are holidays that people are eating. People are eating off
No,
of
no
it.
one
It's
say anything.
Fam, the amount of
mean?
trips to Philippines, right?
Bro, no one will ever say, you know what, let's get rid of this Good Friday
Yeah.
long weekend.
Yeah.
Bro,
No, 4 days.
eating good, man, off these holidays. But
Happy
this-
Easter, my brother.
Good tidings.
Good times, yeah.
Wrong one. You know what I mean, bro? It's a good time, bro. Yeah, bro. The 4 days is mad though. Like, when was the last time that we got? When's the other one?
This
That's
is
the
another
Boxing
4
Day,
days.
Christmas, yeah. If you ever get
Yeah,
that on the
yeah.
weekend
Yeah.
or something, right? Yeah. So this is the only one that it actually spans over.
The 4 days.
Damn,
I think next month there's no public holidays. May that's why
Bro,
May
May
used to
is
feel the longest
dead,
of school.
bro.
But I think they said the king is getting sworn in, so we might get a public
Oh,
holiday.
come on. Always
But I
loved
doubt
him.
it.
It's been a supporter.
I honestly
Charles.
Is it Charles? Oh no,
Yeah, bro. I think so.
Is it? It's Charles.
Now I'm confused.
Prince Charles.
Another public
King
holiday.
Charles.
All right. I was
I'm not
thinking,
mad.
okay, like, you guys are going to think I'm obsessed with the topic.
It's something to stew again, bro. Like
What?
Okay.
Hair. Right? Because I realized that what's the oldest one? William? The son?
Yeah.
Charles' son? William, yeah? Because that man's bald bald as hell, solar panel going on.
That
Right?
to say is
Wait,
hell,
the oldest
bro.
is who? William.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was like, because I was walking in Coles and I saw, you know, how they always have the royals on the magazine covers.
Yep.
And I was like, who are people that we wouldn't accept it if they got a hair transplant? And I was like, I would not accept it if I found out the royals had a trip to Turkey.
Why?
I don't know him. No way. No way.
Him.
Yeah, this is
would
a
benefit
dead
off it,
topic.
I'm trying to think who.
I don't know if there's. I got one person in mind. Ja Rule.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I just have to think. Oh, Shaq. Ain't no way Shaquille O'Neal is allowed to have hair ever
True,
again in his
true,
life.
True, true.
Yeah,
He's
Shaquille,
never-
Shaq,
True.
Ja Rule,
You?
and
Oh my.
I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
there's one more.
You suit this.
There's one more.
Can't picture you with
Steve
him.
Harvey.
Oh yeah.
Bro, if Steve
Yeah,
Harvey
that would
gets
be
a head top,
disgusting.
bro, like that is not it, fam.
Because I also feel like he would go for the worst possible decision.
He's gonna go with a
What's-
hair that matches the mustache, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not
Like he would end up with a white man hair. You know what I mean? Like, as in,
What with the like, super relaxed like we saw yesterday?
What?
Are you guys taking the piss?
Hey guys,
That's another conversation.
Hey,
How many
guys,
uncles do we need to tell to stop
hey
relaxing
guys,
their hair, bro?
he watches the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Bro, while he's getting his hair relaxed in the salon or what, bro? Because that thing was mad. Leather. Premium shiny leather hair, bro.
Bro, first I was like, hey, that like this guy has, you know, in the YouTube videos where they glue their hair on.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
guys. I was like, that's what he has. And then I was like, no, it's too
I
short
can-
to do that.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
That was his actual head. Jet black too, bro. Not even a natural black. Jet black, man. That was it's mad, it's mad.
Wild.
But who else can't get a hair transplant in the head?
Morris
I had
Chestnut.
such a good joke, bro.
Well, you said Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
Who's
He's
Morris?
bald, isn't he?
Who are those heavy hitters though from back in the days in the movies? Like your Morris, like who are them heavy romance hitters?
Romance.
Idris. Oh,
Back
he
in
didn't
the
really
day.
play-
heavy
he
hitter.
didn't play
Okay,
romance.
I don't know if that
He really
man can
didn't play
act that
romance.
well, to be honest.
Oh,
Nah, I realize this.
like this.
Nah, to be honest, I like
He's the
Idris.
accent
I
that
like
gets
Idris.
people.
He's good.
I don't know
He
if
is
he's
good.
all that though as acting.
Ain't no way you put Idris Elba as one of the romance heavy hitters.
No, that's
Vince
what I realized.
Vaughn,
He's not
as
romance.
weird as it sounds,
The white guy, yeah,
tall
Couples
ass white
Retreat.
guy. I don't know. Your sister's been through a lot of deep. That one.
Oh, that yeah, I think it's Couples Retreat. I think it's maybe.
Michael Ealy.
Michael
Eli?
Ealy.
The one with the nice
But
eyes.
I feel like he was all the B-list movies. Killed it in those.
Yeah.
like a
He had-
Tyler
he
Perry
he had
produced
such a
kind of
small
vibe,
role,
huh?
but he
Yeah.
was all right. He was all right.
As soon as you
he's
start getting put in
good.
the like mainstream Christian movies, you fell off.
I'm in love with the church girl.
What's the lady from Love and Basketball?
Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah, she's
good.
good.
Yes.
Sanaa Lathan,
She
romance heavy
good.
hitter. Okay, wait. Okay, so because you're naming a lot of black romance hitters. What were the
Yeah,
white?
Vince Vaughn is so
Vince
black.
Vaughn. But he's the only one that who named that.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz was on
Bro.
job. She was on
Jennifer
job.
Aniston.
Yes.
Annie. Yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer Aniston was killing it in some
Who
of
else
the
was on?
movies.
Is that the one that got a
Smoke.
new movie with?
That was the one from Friends. Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
Rachel.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
We've got the same
Jennifer
girl in
Garner?
mind. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I think Jennifer Garner was on.
Bro,
the
who was the
romance.
chick in 27 Dresses?
27 Dresses, 26. Not Reese Witherspoon. No.
Also, though, Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon was on Smoke. Yeah. Wait, who was 27
Trying to see.
Dresses?
Katherine Heigl.
Catherine Heigl. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, I don't know. Was she on?
She had a period of time. As weird as it sounds, Justin Timberlake was killing it. Love Guru, all that kind of stuff. I know that was a comedy more, but Ashton Kutcher.
But Ashton Kutcher.
Oh yeah,
Ashton.
he's good.
Okay, so I don't know what it is about 2005 to 2009
Yeah.
rom-coms, strictly white cast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
phenomenal movies. Phenomenal movies. I don't know why. When you watch them again, there's zero drip. Mila Kunis.
I was gonna say Mila
Mila
Kunis.
Kunis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Meg from Family Guy. That
Come on.
it kills me that she's Meg. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
They just
they
had
were
something.
hitting.
The fits were disgusting. Like it's actually disgusting.
Nah,
Them
the
long
fits-
jeans and
Yeah,
like
and the
Adidas
work
The
Fits
Fits
stars.
was only
Yeah.
good on the black rom. You know.
Yeah.
but that's because they're wearing suits all the time.
Nah,
or turtlenecks. They're
No,
just
no,
like
no.
you. no, like this is Morris Chestnut right here, bro.
Nah,
Bro,
cuz.
Morris Warner.
The black shows, Loki had the drip, but the white ones was just good.
They were
They
well
were-
produced.
They hit
and-
the spot.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was good. I really like
Are
that.
they hitting like that anymore?
Nah, so I have this thing. Yeah, if you want to get
Say all of that, and then I'll say
because I
the-
was thinking like the family shows don't hit anymore. Like they don't exist.
The family
even.
shows.
Like I'm
Shows.
talking my wife and kids.
Right.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
Well, you say don't hit.
You know those early 2000s? No, they're amazing.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying there's noing like that anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me
that's-
some white ones as well. Give me some white ones too. From
Opposite Friends.
like what we say.
Friends, yeah.
Stuff like Friends. Yeah.
Like
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would have to
that's
put
Two and a
that in
half-
there.
Two
But
and
I
a
feel like
half
that's a
men,
little bit more
something.
adult.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
we're talking about the
like
ones
my wife
where-
and
like
kids,
the
the
kids
kids could have
shows.
joined you
Okay.
watching that.
Obviously,
Can they?
Fresh Prince was around.
Fresh
them
Prince.
times.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's 90s, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Said
yeah.
everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris.
I love that
All
one.
that stuff.
What's the one about Raymond or something?
Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves
a
Raymond.
phenomenal
Everybody
show.
loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
That was a phenomenal show.
You get me? So that and there's what's the one about the lady? She had a really voice. Like,
The nanny.
is it
Fran,
that?
Fran, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was something going on between that
shows.
span of time and the way shows were created. What are you saying is the missing ingredient? What's the source?
I don't know. I think like innocence has been removed from shows, and I don't know if that adds to the complexion because it's like I feel like shows. Ah man,
Go. Say
like I don't know how to say it, but it's like
because I got something as well from
they
what I
have
was
to
talking
include everyone now,
about. Right. Okay.
Every single person. Like you know when they start, it's being a force where it's like Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they're adding Captain so and so, and she's the first
Alien.
trans Muslim
Mad thing.
superhero in the universe. And it's like, okay, first of all, what is
The
happening?
oxymoron.
Second of all, no one has a religion in the Marvel universe, so why are we adding? You know what I
Why
mean?
are we adding it in
You know
there?
what I mean?
Okay,
It's just
right,
like we're adding elements just to be appeasing to everything. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, no, and then that's where I'm like, I think there's also a level of the innocence where it's like, now we're just adding. I'm not even saying like sexuality in terms of sexual preference. I'm just saying sexuality, full
Yeah,
stop,
yeah.
into these shows. Because like when I watch Everybody Hates Chris, like the most was like,
You
and
had
I
a
went to a
crush.
school dance and I had a crush and I wanted to, and the most he thinks about is kissing her, right?
Holding her hand, even my
Yeah,
guy.
everybody loves Raymond. The most they do is like, right, you know, before it cuts to an ad,
Yeah.
like they'd be in bed and then
Be
they'd
like,
just go under the covers
Yeah.
and then ad. You know, that was the most that they would do.
What did they do? What did they do?
The nanny, she had sex appeal.
Mad thing.
Yeah, like, yeah, and there was always that thing of like, yo, her and the
The pops.
like, do they have a, you know? But it wasn't like overt anything. I think nowadays, like that level of overtness ruins the shows, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll say two things on this. Wait, you better say something?
Yeah, like sort of. Because I was gonna say, even if those still exist in today's world, can it still compete with the elite shows that's being produced as well?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Right. You're saying-
Because even if it's there, like yes, we'll agree with that.
Okay.
But if it's going on right now, like you got The Boys, you got all that stuff. Yeah, the Boys is good. Yeah. But I'm just thinking of all the elite shows that's been produced within the last couple of years, even the last 10 years.
Because
Right?
Because that's what I was gonna say. It's like now the dramas are way better.
Yeah.
In terms of storyline, because they're real about all that stuff. Does that make sense?
Because they're real. What do you mean?
They're
by that?
real about including this and that and whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Carry on.
Like, because they include all the elements, it's like Spider-Man went from
So it feels real.
Spider-Man went from just trying to, save the world, to
Tackling
My girl
issues.
I have emotional
died.
issues. Yeah, like all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It adds those elements. But I think when you're just trying to make something lighthearted, adding those elements,
So
especially
back
when you
then, yeah.
especially when you lead with those elements. That's the thing where it's like, I think a lot of like the teen dramas just are annoying. Like it's one thing to have a cast that is diverse, but this is the storyline, and the cast that plays it is diverse, or having a cast that's diverse and the storyline can be whatever.
But
But
it's
it's like,
not
look, our cast is diverse.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no,
You know what I mean?
there's no,
There's no
like, you
reason
can't
why
believe
they're
it.
diverse
Why are they
even,
diverse?
you know?
Right.
I get you.
That innocence thing is a big one because that's what I put in about the night agent, right?
Good show.
The innocence thing is very, very big. For one, the first thing I wanted to say was like we're watching Power, yeah, man, Power, bro. I don't know what kind of. Maybe you're allowed to do anything you want in shows nowadays because 50 Cent be
Bro,
rampant.
He's untouchable.
have you seen the whole thing about Lala? Like, if they put her in any movie, she's in a sex scene.
Yeah.
Bro,
and then because then someone took a clip of her saying like, you are what you have to offer, and then someone like sexy, and they're like, damn.
Because one caught me off guard last episode on Power. What's Tariq's book? What, book 3 or 2?
That's not the one where he slept with the city girl.
City girl.
Well, hold on.
Effie.
Is this the latest?
Effie a city girl?
No. Lauren is the city girl. Effie.
Lauren's a city girl?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, city girl.
One of the city girls, isn't she?
Say swear.
Oh.
Wait,
Really?
Is that Power or something
Are you thinking
else?
about you people?
Yeah, you're talking about a different one.
Is Young Miami a city girl?
When you
Yeah,
say
you're talking about a
city
different
girl-
show, my friend.
But there's a show where one of them also had a sex scene.
Right. I don't know, man. Anyways,
I don't have no
what I was saying is Power. Bro, it's rampant, right? Serious situations going on in that, and you just sometimes you have like, man, I'm watching uncomfortable. Like this is serious. You can't. My parents can't walk in, right?
Yeah.
The TV's off. We're playing this one.
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
The slap.
Maya Tiana. But fam, that sex thing is very, very big, right? Because I was watching this show called The Night Agent. That show put in work on me, right? I finished it in a day.
Bro, I can't be finishing a day, bro.
Hey, how long did you take?
I'll give people context. 10
Right.
episodes, about an hour each episode.
Yeah, about 50. Nah, it's more like 45 minutes.
48.
48?
So 48, 10 episodes. He finished it in one day. I finished in a span of 3 days.
No, you did not. I reckon you took away. You were a day. I swear you were a day. How long did it take you? Be honest, right?
La wallahi.
What? How long?
Max, on a minimum 2 days.
Alright.
I think I just dragged the last 2 episodes. Lucky could have finished it.
Yeah,
I just dragged
yeah?
it to the next day. Yeah.
Right. That show was one of them ones that had me up till 7 a.m. I was like, I'm just going to finish this now. I just
What's
finished
it about?
That's how I watch shows most
I
times.
love
If
this
it's
guy.
good,
So there's this one time you dropped me home at I don't know. I think it was a shoot or something like
Yeah.
that. You dropped me home at like 10 p.m. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go edit this video 11, and I'm gonna pass out.
And he started getting messages at 4, yeah?
Bro, 5. At 5 a.m. He's like, yeah, show goes crazy.
bro, I sent him a photo of the show,
Bro,
iPad on my knees. I said, hey, bro, this show's
at 5
crazy.
a.m., bro. I woke up. I was like, don't tell me you're watching it, bro.
Destroyed the show.
Finished.
This is something I noticed within it because I was like, it's this is how the show had me. First of all, 99% match on Netflix. I'd even
What?
like the way my hand
Bro,
just
soulmates.
I just played. It just played immediately. But like I was watching it, I'm like, okay, this is it's a good storyline. The pacing of it is quite good. But one thing in particular that I noticed, right? They very much so paced the sexual tension between the main characters. Most shows would have let them do the deed within episode 4, right? I was wondering if they were actually going to go through the whole show without it happening at all.
Yeah,
And
same,
it was
same,
looking like, I think it was episode 8, something like that.
But you know, caught me off guard. I think episode 8, and then I think they're gonna go into a bank or something like that. It's like,
Yeah.
so you're like, mwah. I said, whoa, whoa. Dude, I was like, how do we get here?
Because most shows, they constantly just doing the whole like there was no honestly build up of a rapport to bro.
They kill off the suspense straight away.
Literally, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but most shows, like, okay, this girl, spoiler alert, her family is gone, uncle and auntie finished.
Yeah.
Right, it's the start, so you don't worry, it's actually not a spoiler. Uncle and auntie finished, and like he's an agent with a troubled background as well.
Yeah.
And it's like you guys don't know each other at all. Sure that he's helped to save you, right? So there's a bit of maybe a connection
Complex,
on the trauma.
whatever,
you know
yeah.
how people sometimes bond?
Yeah,
Trauma
yeah,
bonding. You know how
yeah,
people sometimes bond over that traumatic
Over
experience?
trauma, yeah.
So he's helped to save her, right? So most shows would have been like, yeah, there's enough of a reason to create a tension here. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, they don't know each other from Abraham.
Because like they're trying to not make that the storyline.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
that's
The
the
romance,
thing.
and that's
Which
where
is
you write a good
That's
story.
why it's a good show, bro, because
You
they
know-
didn't make that the storyline. They didn't run along
Yeah.
the relationship that they have,
Yeah.
which is what most people do.
You know what's another perfect show where they waited a long time for the two main love interests to do it? The Office.
The Office?
Season 2, the last episode of season 2 is when Jim and Pam finally kiss
Even,
yeah,
wait, is that at
yeah,
the
at the casino.
casino?
Like the office party, whatever. They go to the casino thing, and then
Because for the longest, you're wondering if they're even gonna get together.
yeah,
Mm.
because she's still with
She
Roy
was still
and
with
all
Roy,
that. Yeah.
and then he liked her. Even when they broke up, I'm there like, is this gonna happen?
I think it's important, man. Like, I was genuinely wondering, I was like, why is this a good show? And then I thought it was like, oh, because they actually haven't made them,
Yeah.
they haven't run along the typical
Yeah.
stupid storyline of now they're just,
Typing.
you know what I mean? Like,
Have you guys seen the movie, the BIG movie, Biggie Smalls movie?
Wait, with
Naturi?
with Naturi.
Yeah.
I turned that one off too.
I was literally gonna say that before. I was like, that's
There's this particular one scene.
yeah.
Like
Rewind. Yeah.
Pause. You know what I'm talking about?
It's the one where it's like in the big loft that he has, yeah?
But it's like it's just come off something like completely
yeah.
unrelated, maybe
Yeah,
a shooting
yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and then next scene.
And then next thing,
Yeah. Bro, it's the side angle and you can make out her nipple and everything. Most exciting thing I ever saw as a kid.
Right.
That's
And
like
I
8
was like-
Mile as well.
yeah, I was like, bro, like you just ran into each other, like
the worst thing
And
about
then
that
boom.
one, because like I'm pretty sure they showed it on like they showed it on like Channel 9
Oh my.
or 7 or 10 back in the days, and that's what I watched it on, right?
Yeah.
And that was on the family TV.
Oh,
when
that's
we,
not your fault.
When we used to have the second lounge,
That's not your
and I'm on the vibe of like watching it but doing something. So I'm actually not even sitting down
Yeah.
with access to the remote.
Yeah.
I think I'm folding or hanging clothes on the side. I'm pretty sure my mom was posted up in the kitchen.
Huh?
It's the remote, bro. You have to, bro. Because I said, where did this come from?
Yes,
People-
what I was looking for. Teletubbies.
But yeah, man, there's something to note or say about that, like the way that it shows.
So that's
do
the
move
recipe.
these days.
But then also sex does sell. So I
course.
guess
It does
that's
sell.
why people put
but when you
that
build up the tension, it's
straight away.
Yeah.
or the romantic or whatever. Like when you build it up, it seems to be a better storyline than
What,
just
that's
getting into it straight
that's the
away.
thing. It sells, but it's like, are you gonna sell a better or worse story at the end of the day?
Yeah.
What do they care about, anyways?
Yeah,
man?
like-
what do the general population care about? What do networks care about? Like, can we even put a thing on?
Yeah.
Does anyone care about a good story?
That's the thing. I don't think
You know
people
what
are
I'm saying?
sitting there analyzing properly, like, oh, wow, they didn't do a sex scene till episode 8. It's just I'm watching this to be entertained. So if there's a sex scene, people are going crazy. First episode, you've got my attention. You know?
Like sort of,
Watching
but
for the
because
whole
if you
thing.
include that at the start, now it's like now you just kind of focus on the action. Whereas if you include that a bit later, now you're wondering is something going to happen here. So now you want a couple of things. Number one, is he going to get out of this trouble that he's in?
Yeah.
Because now people are like,
You? Character arc.
people are obviously pinning this particular crime to him, even though he didn't do, right? So you're wondering if he's going to clear his name there. Now you're also wondering, is this relationship between these two going to go anywhere?
Gonna happen.
Right? If you solve that at the start, now it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. Now I'm just worried about if you're going to solve this crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of adds a bit of a different element.
Yeah.
We might not notice it, but it makes a difference low key.
I didn't look into this as much as I probably should have. We all got the link and it's in the group chat. The one that got sent to us about the show. I think it's on Channel 4.
Yeah.
It's a body positive show. It's called Naked Education.
Yeah.
I should have
yeah.
looked into it a little bit more to see actually
watched
what's
the
going on.
clip.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me that
So
before I
basically,
say anything.
what it is like it's a show in the UK. I think it's Channel 4. Channel 4 is
Channel
like
4.
the educational one. But basically they get high schoolers, 14 to 16 years old, I think. And then they bring and they're basically trying to teach them about anatomy and all this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? I don't know
Yeah,
if they're
body
also
positivity.
including sexuality and
Right.
all this kind of stuff. I assume they are because I believe one of the people was trans or something. But basically, they bring in adults who strip down completely naked in front of the kids, and the kids just kind of react to it. I don't really understand beyond that what was the purpose of the show. Like, I get that they're trying to teach the kids stuff, but there was quite a bit of backlash around like, yo, like we're not gonna normalize adults getting naked in front of children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
14 years old.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
because it's like 14-year-old girls and there's like grown men getting naked, 14-year-old boys, grown women getting naked.
Yeah.
It was very like even I was watching, and obviously on TV they blur everything.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Is it blurred?
on
I mean,
TV it's
in
blurred.
real
I
mean,
life,
it's
it wasn't
blurred to
blurred.
them,
In real life,
not
it
to
wasn't
them,
blurred,
sorry,
obviously.
yeah.
Like, can't be-
But it's just one of those weird things where you're kind of like, yo, this isn't really necessary. Like, this is not progress.
Okay, so
You know
this is
what I
what I
mean?
want to ask now, because does majority of society hold that understanding or belief where it's like children shouldn't be exposed
To
and
sexuality.
then following on from that, if the answer is yes, why? Like, where does that stem from? Why does society hold the belief that children shouldn't be held to it? Like, what do
Yeah.
we, like, if we can try to work through that
Yeah.
thinking, like, yeah, why?
I think we perceive children as innocent,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And just because we perceive it that way doesn't mean we're wrong. Also, like I think there's truth that they are innocent, right? They don't know certain things, right? I know 14 to 16 nowadays is very different to 14 to 16 in the
Back
50s,
Yeah.
right? But it's like still it is worth protecting. I don't know how to say it. Like, you educate with the intent to protect as opposed to the intent to expose.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's one thing to tell your kids, like, yo, sex happens like this, right? That's education. Sex happens like this, and this is how you can go about doing it yourself.
That's what I was gonna say. You
Yeah.
almost have to still educate, but provide the boundaries
100%.
or essentially provide the boundaries for which the child should be able to still, I guess, operate with the new understandings or the new knowledge that's been thrown into them. Like, there still needs to be some kind of a level of not necessarily control, but navigation. How to navigate?
I would say control, and the reason is because, like, they don't know the consequences of their actions. To fullness at that point. Like, right now, all of us 25, 26, like, we understand that, yo, if I have sex, someone could get pregnant, or I could get pregnant, right?
A cup of tea.
Right? Or you get an STD. And now, what are the realities? I might have to have a child with this person.
Yep.
If I'm not in a relationship with them, a real relationship, I'm having a child with a random, right? If I'm not ready for that, I might have to live with having had an abortion, right? Or have to live with being a single parent, or have to live with the idea that my baby mama's crazy, you know, because I actually don't know her. Or if I'm in a relationship, sure, it can work out, whatever. We can think about all this
Yeah,
stuff.
the consequences.
At 15, which I think the average age kids start having sex nowadays, like, they don't have the capacity to think about all of this stuff, right? So, like,
or they just don't take it in its seriousness. Like,
100%.
it's serious.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, even things like fully informed consent and stuff like that, it's like, I don't feel like they necessarily are considering all these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At that age, because it's like, there is also the element, it's like, they're kids. You know what I mean? So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, educate them about it, but don't educate and encourage.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, like, if something like that can actually elevate their learning, maybe we can have a discussion of how we can do it. But I just don't understand how that can elevate their learning, because there's still a better way to be able to teach about the human body without having to physically see it. Like,
bro, even mannequins.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
mannequins,
Sufficient.
but even you know them not diagrams, but like
Yeah.
those photos that actually has the muscles clearly, the difference between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Whatever
more
this
so
is that.
the positivity aspect of things, breaking
Yeah.
down the taboos as opposed to just anatomy.
Yeah.
Like, there are good systems or structures in place to teach anatomy already. So this is more
That's what I
geared
mean, yeah.
towards the
But,
body
okay.
positivity.
Yeah.
So what do you mean
And-
by the positive? Like, what are they?
So yeah, I'll expect, like, talking about
So, like, all of this is beautiful. type
yeah,
thing.
stemming from it. This is anatomy, human anatomy. But then is all the episodes like this though as well? By the way, like,
So each one is different. So they've got one of the specialists that's on the show. They debunk some common myths about body hair, and then another episode is about boys and body image, and then another one is about teens getting tested on their knowledge of female anatomy. So every episode is different, and I guess it focuses on a different topic. Yeah. So there's one about like cosmetic surgery, body dysmorphia, and all that stuff. So each one is
because this is the
different.
thing. I'm like, obviously, most people are outraged or yelling because of protecting our kids kind of thing, and that's why I was really asking the question of like, why do we believe that majority, or why, if we believe that majority of society holds the opinion that children shouldn't be exposed to these things, like why? What do we actually, because you mentioned about the innocence part. I'm like, is that what most parents are, like, is that what they're trying to
think so,
protect?
yeah.
Like, and if, and I guess we also have to ask the other question of like, okay, sure, they're being exposed to these things, but then, okay, what do we think that leads to? Do you get, like, what are we trying to protect
So
them
what if
from?
they're exposed to it?
Yeah,
in a
so
way?
if they're exposed to this, what are we trying to protect them from?
Yeah.
Like, what are we thinking is meant to come? Like, what comes from that? You know?
I think statistically, like, you can see the negative effects of things like promiscuity, right?
Yeah.
Like, but also curiosity does breed that. You know what I mean? And like, the sooner you let them know about things, not saying that they won't figure out, because there's a very important balance of like, especially I believe that as a parent, it's like you should control the narrative on things like sex, right? Because if you don't control the narrative, someone, school system, the world, their friends, older siblings, whatever is gonna, and it's like you don't want that either.
Yeah.
But I think exposing them to certain things makes them curious about certain things. And again, it comes to the thing of like, you ought to understand the consequences fully.
But it's almost the same as, you know, there's certain conversations that you're going to have with your children, but you're not going to expose every single conversation.
Absolutely.
And there's the same concept over here where it's like there's a reason why we want to do that, or whatever's going on, kids between the age of 14, 15, and so on. It's the same reason why I'm not going to have a conversation with my kids about sex at the age of 13. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to this where it's like, okay, cool, you're 12. Is that when they go to year 7?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that right? Cool. Now
started year 7 when I was 10.
Did you?
Oh, I think I turned 11. Anyways,
Yeah,
carry on.
Same.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll tell you level because you finish a year. Yeah, cool. But now, like, let's say you're 11 years, not you're 11, like 11 or 12 years old. There's certain conversations you're going to have with them because now they're going into high school.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, in reality, not everyone is going to want to be your friend. You might experience this,
Yeah.
You're going to expose those sort of conversations, but but in grade 3, you might not have those kind of conversations just yet.
Yeah.
Right? And then now next thing you know, they're going to year 9, year 10. Now you're going to have certain conversations again. Because now they're becoming more of an adult, or now, they're hitting 15, 16. And then now they hit 18. Now, again, it's a different type of conversation that you're going to have. The more conversation you have, you're exposing them to a different area of life. You get what I'm saying? So to answer your question, yeah, that's what I think there. That's why I'm not trying to... If they were 18 years old and they did that...
Yeah.
Yeah, you reckon
guess
that'd be
so.
less of a something
That's
to
an
say?
adult.
That's an
bro.
adult.
adult.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an adult. I think
Now it's actually adult, yeah.
most of us also accept that at 18, it's like y'all know about this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've been and you're
You've been
also
exposed to
you're getting
something.
to the age where you're mature enough to handle all
Yeah.
this stuff as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, this is something that one of the producers of the show was saying in terms of what they're hoping to, I guess, achieve from it. And I actually kind of agree with them. Like, ultimately, it's important, but then it's like, okay, yeah, the when and the how kind of thing, right? They're saying that they aim to break taboo, normalize bodies of all shapes and sizes, and promote body positivity, all that kind of stuff there. Talking about showing the diversity in normal bodies, how they inevitably change due to things like age, weight gain or loss, illness or accidents, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, these are actually very, very important things to talk about, right? But I guess, yeah, that how is where we're trying to understand, or like, yeah, what does it actually look like to go about these convos? I'm very curious as to where the rest of the world lies for.
With that, yeah.
Well, yeah, like what are they
Yeah.
trying to protect? Because like there's people that are very, let's say, progressive in some things, but yet very protective of this aspect. Because there was I think there was what was it? It was like a nude. There was something in New York I think I saw, or somewhere, maybe one of the Scandinavian countries or something. It was like a nude walk or something like that.
Cycles.
Nah, not even that.
that's
But like
the
there
thing.
were kids. There were kids
Involved.
posted up. Whilst it was either the people
Oh, yeah, I
just
did see that.
Yeah,
I
what
forgot
was it?
where it was.
It was like a whole performance or a show or something, or
yeah.
either a walk
Saw it somewhere.
or whatever. And I think that was because I remember I was also seeing how there was a massive conversation around, was it like the drag queens were
Reading.
What was it? Reading. Yeah, what was that?
Like 5-year-olds or
I
something.
can't remember what the context behind why that happened or something like that. But I saw everyone was up in arms again of like, not everyone, we talk about social media obviously, but like a lot of people, I guess, I'm just wondering why people hold these ideals.
Yeah.
A lot of people were again then saying, why are our children
Exposed to this.
being exposed to this, da 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 da. A lot of people's argument was like, this is a very sexualized, I guess, space or thing for children to be able to like see or witness.
Yeah.
Like, there's not actually any identity that's been promoted within this, as opposed to like, this is an inherently very sexual space or something like that. It's like, I don't know. It's interesting to see where people, I guess, lie, especially on this. Like, why is there such an inherent thing of like protecting children, and why is there such also a very strong emphasis on trying to bring a
It
lot
is
of
tricky
sexual-
because like all ages under 18, we just classify them as children. So it's like whether they're 17, whether they're 16, 14 and stuff. And there's no real clear like, okay, when you get to 11, we can start exposing you to these things. Or when you get to 15, we can start exposing you to, this nudity and stuff. But for me, like, it poses the question of like the parents who signed off on the consent, because obviously the kids can't consent to be on the show themselves. I'm like, are they operating from a place of fear in terms of like, if we don't teach our children or expose our children to this, we're afraid what could happen to them? Or is it more of like, we are the progressive parents that, are allowing our kids to be exposed to these things? Because it will be interesting to like sit down and actually hear their thoughts. Like, why did you allow your child to be subjected to, especially on TV, like in front of people too? Because I'm sure there's a charge against someone if they like
Just
reveal
public
public
indecency?
indecency,
Okay. I was going to say like, Forget the kids.
Man trying to take a pee in the park at night gets caught in the wrong place like him, bro. Now you got charged.
And I do understand that this is consensual, so it's different because that one isn't. But
Okay, but then there's like it's so many layers because like one thing is like I was just gonna say it's like I think you're a weirdo if you're willing to expose yourself to a kid in any context. Like literally doesn't matter what the context is. If you're willing to take your pants off in front of a child, you're just weird.
Very strange.
You're weirder to me. But the other one, I forgot. Back to the
Just left it at that. Like I said, yeah, back. Yeah. Let's go.
But hey, what were you saying? Because it was good. What else?
Parents' consent, signing off on it. Like it'd be interesting to find out
Why?
why did they believe? Like, are they trying to be the progressive parents?
Yeah.
Are they afraid of something?
Are they afraid of something?
No.
Are they afraid of the rest of the
Foundation.
world?
No.
Damn, still not helping you out there. Bro.
Oh,
yeah.
This is unrelated, but it's a joke that I didn't want to say. You were saying the drag queen stuff. Yeah. Did you ever see the Jimmy Fallon thing with RuPaul? Bro, it's the funniest video. Like I've never seen the fear in somebody's eye because. You know,
RuPaul was like joking about something, right?
Yeah. So Jimmy goes, "We got like whatever drag queen," and he goes, RuPaul goes, "Drag queen." Bro, Jimmy thought he was cancelled. He literally thought he was his eye. Hey, you mean the queen of drag?
And then you just see him go,
He was so happy, bro. Started sweating. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Amazing moment.
Yo, I didn't watch that video, bro. Oh.
It's crazy to me that we used to actually have that. It was interesting, like that whole show. Even RuPaul, was it RuPaul's Drag Race?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that has been around since like late 90s, early thousands.
Time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny,
Paved the
bro.
way.
I remember
For a lot
that
of
was on
people.
like what MTV or Fox 8 or something like that. But one of
My
them.
parents hated that stuff, bro. Oh, I shouldn't say that, huh? My parents love that stuff. My parents used to ask them to read books to us, bro.
No,
It's
don't.
interesting, man. It's very. I mean, I feel like we constantly keep having this conversation, and I don't know if you mentioned on the last podcast or something, but it's funny that like in so many different spaces, and if like it just constantly the same conversation and thing that I'm hearing pop up from people is like, yo, who's going like what school are we taking?
Bro, all the time.
Yeah.
Yo,
I
like,
think about all the time, bro.
like, I don't do homeschooling, but like, do you reckon if 15 of us came together, we could make a school?
I've heard this is so many different, and it's like most people be like, you're hanging around people that are like you. No,
Bro,
I'm hearing
age groups, genders, races, religions.
like
Everyone's feeling the same way.
And I find it interesting. Like, okay, so all of this, a lot of people are of this mindset. So, what is the sitch, man? So,
But I mean, can we as parents also fight against, not fight, but like, you know, you send your child to school, they learn whatever, but when they come home, do we have the power to also be like, instill, you know, the principles in them
bro, I
still?
just got yelled at by my boss, bro. I'm trying to sleep.
What do you mean? You're not working at that?
Yeah,
That is one thing I was gonna say. Is like it is so important. I think one of the most important things is that like we don't, as a society, ever cross the point of parents can't parent the kids the way they want. It sounds like, and it sounds crazy because like that means parents could do it. I feel like that is a freedom that has to be upheld. Is that like no one can impede on the way that you choose to parent your children.
Yeah.
As long as you're not like literally abusing. Now that obviously muddies the thing. It's like, what is abuse? If I'm teaching them values that aren't popular in society, is that abusing their growth? Or that's where things are techie. But it's like, because there is places where it's like, I think California is one where it's like, if you are not, let's say, I don't know how accurate this is, but it's like there's an extent of if you're not, you know, certain things affirming in your parenting, you can have your kids stripped from you by the state. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, that's mad.
That's actually crazy.
That's actually mad.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing parents to teach according to whatever you guys have set.
Exactly.
Which is,
Exactly.
damn.
Is there an element of that's the laws of the land?
Well, I don't have to love the land, as weird as that sounds, right? I have to respect it,
Respect, yeah.
but I also can't bow to it. You know what I mean? I know we look at it from a biblical sense, right? It's like people, this is where I'm like, yo, this is where personal convictions kick in on certain things, and I can't even tell another Christian that move this way and move that way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Jesus said, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, right? That's the law,
Pay them
law
taxes,
of the
boy.
land. Daniel also said, I'm not going to bow. That's because that was the law of the land, right? So it's you do whatever's right at that moment.
But where I'm wondering about that is like, okay, California, for example. This is that, this is that, this is this. Do you fight against that or do you move to Nevada? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get. Look, that
know
might
what I
be
mean?
one of the safest options. But also it's hard. Like, let's say you got, I don't know, 30 family members here, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Like, it's
one
an
for
extended
children?
family.
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious, bro.
Yeah.
Which Porter Davis house is it?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. It's
but you
tough.
know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you just like are people meant to be trying to?
Yeah.
I think that that's just not the place for you to be at. Because if I'm at a place where they're enforcing, a certain type of lifestyle that doesn't align with, what I believe. I mean, you can have whatever rules you guys have, but if now I have to live by those and it's contrary to what I believe and all of that, then that's not the place for me at all.
That's what
I'm
becomes a
gonna
bit techie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure for there yet though.
Yeah.
Of what?
Like you living in a society in which you have to do this, but
Yeah,
then
no.
it contradicts what you stand for. You know what I mean?
I
To
need-
that extent,
Yeah.
you get me. It's one of those ways that I respect what y'all doing. I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah.
I need more conspiracy theories to come back out again. They've been moving quietly.
Bro, there hasn't been too much.
They've been
COVID kind of
moving
went away.
quiet. Yeah, and then everything gone. Like,
Yeah, you're actually right.
Conspire
Yeah, I've
against-
not heard much.
What's one that we
Yeah,
should
what
we
is
make
that?
right now?
Just gonna make up one right now.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
all right. So the reason that we're out of lockdowns now.
Oh wait, this is not even a conspiracy. America's finished. China's gonna take over.
What do you mean by
You
that?
guys haven't heard of this BRICS thing?
Nah, that's conspiracy, bro.
Okay. Then it's a conspiracy.
Well, what is it? BRICS?
BRICS.
Yeah, I remember this.
So
I've heard
it's
this.
Brazil, Russia, India,
yeah.
China,
Yes,
South
yes,
Africa,
yes,
like
yes,
teamed
yes.
together,
Bro,
whatnot.
they killed
And
that.
Saudi Arabia, I don't know what they're doing, but like they've agreed to stop selling.
Sorry, real quick. I just said they killed that. I meant the acronym is very nice, not the.
Oh,
not what
there's
is-
a
not
couple
what is going
solid
on.
acronyms.
Yeah,
that
no,
cream, cash rules everything around me.
Yeah, I like that one. Still.
Snitch, sorry, I'm trying to come home.
I didn't know that's what that meant.
Pusha T made that one a couple
Oh,
years ago.
that's crazy.
I didn't know.
Yo,
That one's a good
That's
one.
not what it means, but that's
No,
he
but
took that
I
word.
like that
and-
though.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
That's a phenomenal
Bro,
one.
Drake is trash. Pusha is him.
Yeah, bro, Pusha is him.
which is good.
But yeah. So the bricks.
And then
yeah.
Saudi Arabia, I think, has agreed to stop selling petrol barrels in the US dollar.
Man.
It's a massive thing. And I think there was something about they've agreed to sell it in yuan, which is the Chinese currency. Yeah.
America's
Wow.
finished.
Yeah. And so we actually
India?
Okay, and then which I think
India's on smoke?
I think as of this month or next month they should become the biggest, most populated country in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
India?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
India is
they
on smoke.
rabbits.
Shout out to
Nah,
them.
India's also.
I love it. I love
India
it.
is on smoke like
That just means there's more good food for the world.
Come on, praise him, bro. Papa Dami.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I didn't know India was on smoke.
Yeah, and then
That's how they're moving.
yeah, and then the Middle East moving mad as well, where like I think because like for a time like Yemen's been sanctioned by like Saudi Arabia, all
Yeah.
this stuff. They've kind of like apologized for their wrongs, and then UAE has stopped buying weapons, military weapons from Israel, which is a massive thing because that was like a very conflicting thing. It's like, yo, why are you guys
Right.
on board with Israel or whatnot? Now it seems like there's no Arab nation that's on board with Israel.
Mad.
I don't know. It's just the whole thing, but it all links to this whole Chinese government system. I think I've said this before. That's the one thing that I hope will never happen in this world, bro. What that level of like communism taking over, bro? I do not want to live in a world like that. Cancel me.
It's like
I
cancel
hope
me.
so. Send me to an island.
How long before we get affected down here?
Well, okay,
Down
so
under.
our big man here, what's his name? Your
Albanese.
homeboy, Daniel Andrews.
Oh.
Went to China like 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
on the
Yeah,
low
yeah,
key.
yeah, yeah.
Bro,
On the low key.
on the let me go and encourage
Yeah.
uni students to come down.
I love the color red.
bro. Man went with no university students, lecturers on his
Just
ones.
himself.
On his
the
ones.
Very crazy,
guy would've
very
said,
crazy.
I'm in
Mad.
support of this.
On his ones.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you
Tell-
mean by low key? How did he get?
No,
how did it get?
I'm
thingy?
saying, man said, let me go and encourage Chinese migration
Yeah.
back into our universities.
Yeah.
Man
Let me
went with-
ruin the property market.
My
even
guy
more.
went, we need to jump into that. Man went with no university lecturers, no students to encourage. Just on his what? He's gonna just trying to think through the reasoning of this.
No, literally.
There's this thing about, I think it was Jeremy, we were talking to my parents yesterday about like in corrupt African nations, even on 90s Babies, they said this too.
Yeah.
In corrupt African nations, right? They will give you an excuse for why they are doing something. And because the excuse is so whack, you won't even try to fight it.
You didn't see the
you leave it
president
at that.
getting
Oh.
in his Lamborghini or something, Africa one, and she's like, "Mr. President, how can you afford this car?" He's like, "Your tax money."
taxes, Yeah.
Flabbergasted.
He's not alive.
Jeez.
He's not alive.
No, like, so that, like, I'm going to encourage the Chinese migration into Universe. Boy,
Yeah,
how long that going to take?
yeah.
Why is Zoom not working anymore? Did they shut it down
why
over
was
there?
Obama here then?
Obama,
Obama's here on a different.
bro. Obama is the greatest PR of all time.
Yeah.
First black president. Let me just bomb these weddings in Yemen and Syria.
Man, that's a
Careful,
controversy
Sam
one
talk.
because
Right.
how much was
Yeah.
done in his administration, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's no, not after you just said about Yemen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And best food in the world.
Anyways, we're talking about housing market
Talking about properties now.
and property.
There was a house in Glen Waverley last week. I don't know if you guys saw this.
What?
But listed. So they bought it last year for 1.8 million. The land.
The land.
The land. Right.
How big is this land,
Land
bro?
where?
It's big. It's like 800 something in Glen Waverley. That's pretty premium.
About
Yeah.
1.8.
1.8 is still stupid. Yeah. Glen Waverley.
For 800.
Wait, why put Ed at Glen?
I know. Is that? But Glen Waverley is a up there
Okay,
suburb.
can you tell
like
me what space is this? A
But
12?
it's interesting that it is.
this-
Maybe
is this
some
a
areas
15 by
because most of
24?
it is like.
it's because it's wealthy Chinese.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Is it a big space? The land,
Bricks.
like a
Yeah,
big area.
Yeah, 850 or something like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's a large piece of
But you
land.
can get that in Druin for
For like
400,000.
Yeah, but you're also in Druin.
Yeah,
Like, doesn't really hit like
Doesn't
Glen
hit like
Waverley.
that. Yeah.
But then they built on it. I think actually I want to say they bought it for a little bit less than 1.8, like maybe 1.4 or something, right? They built a beautiful house on it, like real nice, all the trimmings, whatever. The auction was last week. Started at, I think there was like something like 2 to 2.2 or something like
Do
that.
you know what reserve would have been?
I don't know what the reserve was,
About
bro.
2 to
It's
2.2.
sold for 4.5.
Whoa.
4.5 in Glen.
$4.5 million.
Bro, Glenn's the new Turek. What's going on?
Bro, like it's just, and I was just like, okay, this is mad. Like even if I had this kind of money, bro, I'm not buying.
Yeah.
Just right over here, bro.
Oh. That's crazy.
How much you think the building was? So if 1.4
Right.
for the thing.
800,000. You
Most
can't
$1
do
million on
too
building.
crazy on 800,000. You can do it. You can do a decent amount, right? But you're literally doing maybe 1.5 million build maximum. bro.
So
It's just, bro, in one year.
Definitely not with
800,000.
Porter
So that
Davis.
goes up
You
to
definitely know Porter, bro. We're trying to segue this so many times. Porter State,
2.2
Porter Davis. Porter House, Porter House.
2.2 mil.
Porterhouse.
Sell it for point. Yeah, you
What else? Bro,
you make good money there.
this is how we know this, fam. Okay, because I was very, very shook on this. I don't know why no one else is talking about this.
The Porter Davis thing?
Yeah. I don't know why a lot of people aren't talking
We
about
should
this.
segue
It
to
is.
the Porter
It's been
Davis
on the
thing.
news quite a bit.
It's been
for
actually
while.
a lot of people talking
No,
about
no,
it.
no.
Bro,
but our
your
age.
word,
I'm talking
your
about-
world revolves around your own head.
I'm talking about our age. No. Listen to me.
my other personality's not talking to me about it.
I know, yeah. Our age. Come on.
Yeah. No, I heard it from people, but yeah. keep on.
But only if you like are clearly.
My friends are
interest-
hustlers.
You get me? Keen on that, right?
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, this ain't what's.
I mean,
I
fair
mean, because
enough.
it's not
I'm pretty
affecting
sure
you.
Yeah.
one of our friends actually worked for Porter Davis. Actually, my name got
Got money to go.
chat to her. See what's
I mean,
going on.
yeah, chatter.
Porter Davis does not exist anymore.
Yep. It's mad. It's mad. I have a
Sadly.
theory.
How is this not
but-
crazy?
Yeah, it's because it's not.
Talk.
Okay, so think about it. Let's say they owe 200 million to people they're in debt to, right? They go, you know what? Based on the house we're building, this might not come back. All right, this might not come back. Materials are expensive. This, that, whatever.
Might
Might not come back. This is not worth it. One of the big dogs come through, CBRE, something like that, right? I know that's real estate, but it's like they might have another wing of this stuff, yeah? 'Cause
ABN
all,
Group,
all
ABN
these
Group.
things have a parent company
Yeah,
at the end
yeah.
of the day, you know? They come through and they say, yo, collapse, we'll buy out all your clients,
Yeah.
and you give everyone in the system a job, we'll pay you 100 million to buy you out with all the clients and the network and all this, right? Now, that 200 million that they owed, they're never really going to have to pay back. They get 100 million for the transfer, right? And now they're back in business just as a new name. Everything gets rebranded, bro. Like, you're not going to tell me, like, what is it, 1,400 homes were being built at the time?
1,500 at least.
1,500?
17.
They're not going to disappear, all right? Like,
Bro, some
and they're
people-
also not just going to let people go and find new builders as they wish. I mean, people can do that, but they're gonna try their hardest to retain these people.
Bro, some builders, like contracted builders, were like burning down some of the houses because they weren't getting paid on that.
No way.
Mad. Damaging the properties, all that kind of stuff there. That's crazy.
Short-sightedness, because you're liable.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
That's
no
crazy.
face, no case.
1,500 homes are finished. Just like
15 to
No
17.
face, no case. Who was the builder? Yep, face case.
But yeah, man, because what they said, there's a lot of factors as to why it led to this. Obviously, Victoria Mines Insurance Authority reported a deficit of 249.2 million.
There you go. I was
The
close.
2021,
Yeah,
2022 financial year for Porter Davis. They man them there had to liquidate. What do you mean,
Bro.
Like I get shook when I hear companies like this having to liquidate. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously this thing happens a lot in business. Like people just buy these things out. Like,
Acquisitions,
life continues on, business continues on. Sorry,
But they had a good rep.
but like the fact
They
that
did have a good rap, as
Yeah,
also
they had a
like
good
a
rap.
slightly higher end one.
yeah, because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had their
Whoa.
BBL
Drag queen.
They had their boutique range.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
You be going into them cribs, and that's
Yeah.
like a $50,000 inclusions that have
Yeah.
been slapped into
Yeah.
the display.
Those
Yo-
are fancy, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
wow,
Those are the
that's
ones you walk in, you're like, I want this, and realize you're not getting
can't.
this.
Yeah.
You realize, the
Bro.
money's down
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
bro.
It, like they were like the range was almost we almost set someone up.
Yeah.
I just realized that they went with Porter Davis.
You recommended Paula Davis to someone.
Can you imagine they went through with the contract? I just realized that.
Oh yeah, true. But that would have been bad. That would have been
Daniel would have
bad.
been finished, bro.
My days.
Daniel, bro. You
Thank
would've
God that didn't happen.
But it's crazy. I don't know. I just was shook when I heard something like that. But like when you deep it as well, it's like I mean, hopefully, yeah, you're right. That is just a buying over. I think someone put in a bid. There was
A bid to buy them over.
to buy it
There you
over.
go.
Yeah,
See?
Melbourne
What was the
businessmen
bid?
put in a bid
So it was the same
to
story.
try and buy
been.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
Metricon's next.
Metricon's next.
Mexico is the biggest. They can't be next.
Yeah. All I hear is that people complain about their build quality for some
Yeah, I
reason.
hear
From
that
Metricon?
too.
All the time. bro.
Because it's on the cheaper side as well. So it's like if it's on the cheaper side, I'm sure they're cutting
'Cause they
costs.
have a-
But like them.
Because the way Mexico
Lower
works
middle. Lower middle.
But they've got a thing.
They've
What's-
got signature.
What's the subsidiary? Is it called signature? They've got another
Yeah.
ABC.
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 That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
ABC Homes. Yeah, that's the subsidiary.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, yeah, it's just interesting all of that space, man. Shout out. Man.
We have no interest in that market.
Oh, we know what's going on. It's always good to be tapped in.
Bro, but it's just, bro, like, what is money?
Yeah.
What is money?
Yeah.
What is the hustle now? Like, what are you trying to even aim
Yeah.
for if your house can stop being built?
Yeah.
That you work so hard for, your house can just out here stop being
That's
built.
so dumb.
Yeah.
Bro,
But then I'm also like, why don't I just go and privately contract a bunch of people to get this done?
people do.
Yeah, like as in clearly that.
That's
that
what they're
can work
saying, but
too.
they're saying a lot of companies and builders didn't want to take on
Private
their
jobs,
half
yeah.
jobs.
Yeah,
Or like just the houses that were half built and then they left.
that makes
now.
sense
it
because
would-
then it's like,
yeah.
am I going to be liable for something if things go
Exactly.
wrong, or
Exactly.
even me as like the house owner, I'll be like, I want to say it's you, but then you're like, nah, I was the first guy.
Right,
It's
right,
Porter
right,
Davis,
right.
man.
Porter Davis,
But they're
man.
liquid now.
you know how they are.
Man, they couldn't last themselves.
What happened to the
Hey, there might be a
display
good
homes?
market to buy some display homes.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure they're
could
gonna
work.
have to get rid of them.
Damn, I wish I had money. You know when you realize, oh, I can't do it anyway.
There might be a
Yo,
good
hey,
market
look,
for some-
what are you guys doing after this?
Just
We might have to buy TD Studios, bro.
Oh. Oh.
Hey man, this ain't no power scene. What's going on over here?
Yeah.
Carlos is trying to let us have better relationships, guys.
No. Daniel's heroes are free from jail, bro.
Man said no.
Hey, what time we on?
We
Just
good.
over an hour. But hey, what's going on here?
What?
No, hey, run on this first, and then we lead into the better relationship. Let's
They're
start with the
free.
bad.
The Tate brothers are free.
Start with the bad. Go
They're
to the
free, like free of charges and
I
or
don't
just
know
free
what's
of
to go
prison.
with that, but
Hey,
they're just out their
Can someone
home.
reenact the video, please?
Bro, the best video in the world, right? So Andrew Tate, hey,
Tristan,
are
record
you
me.
able to follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are. Bro, he gets out of jail.
I'll be one of the guys or something like that.
Bro, no. This is not even when they're getting out of jail. This is when he's at home finally, yeah?
Ah, he's at home. Yeah, okay, go.
Right? And he's just walking around like this. like a GTA character. Alright? Someone said he told his brother, "Hey Tristan, record me." Bro, it's so and there's just what's it called? Dance hall playing in the background. Yeah, it's like Skilly Bang or
Nah,
something.
get out.
It's the most random thing in
Boy,
the
yeah.
world. It's so weird, but yeah, they're out, man. Stood on all 10 toes.
That is crazy.
The day
judged by
they
12
jump on the
days.
So they're out.
podcast,
6.
They are
Oh,
out.
those numbers are gonna.
those numbers are going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
The day he does an interview.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
day does an interview, go on a podcast or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna be his first one. Because I realized he's never done Rogan, and I think
I don't know. I feel like Rogan would have want him on.
that's what I was thinking. Because
Yeah.
the Rogan can literally get anyone. So
Anyone,
I feel
yeah.
like he kind of went, "Yo, this guy's a bit of a."
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you know,
it
Rogan-
might be
Rogan-
one of those things that Rogan might also just feel way too radioactive, and that is also
It would
that's just a
be
bad,
bad
decision.
for his
yeah.
thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's a point of
That's
view
a
of
nice
being
word,
like
radioactive. But
yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
there's a
that's-
point of view of being like, I am that person that is just being made radioactive for no reason, but it doesn't mean you lean
lean
into
into
it.
it because that's when you become.
Now you are
right
acting
wing,
out as that. Exactly.
yeah.
So you know, but the outside, huh?
Outside,
Very
how many girls do you think he had on his first day?
The first day out,
Yeah, because you know how like his mentality is like I'll sleep or whatever, all this stuff.
bro.
I reckon he
I
has 40.
I just want to see the amount of clubs that want to resurge again. That are just back. Not clubs. That are back in action again now because they
There's probably like 14 of them.
honestly about 14
14 clubs.
Right,
How long was he locked up for?
14 club
while.
years.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Bro, but the resurgence of them, like for them, oh, you know what's annoying? Far out. It happened during Father Abraham's season, bro.
Oh,
You're telling me that now these Donnies have got a savior,
See, they also had something to celebrate.
someone to
They had
celebrate.
something to celebrate.
This is annoying.
why don't we just ignore them? Like, why are we feeding into this and giving them all this attention? Like,
Yes,
we
they
are
are.
the problem as consumers. Just ignore them. They're out. Who cares?
I work in consumables.
Consumer.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
We'll see what happens.
It's a fair
to be
point.
honest.
Fair point.
There's a but because a part of me enjoys the dialogue that comes.
I enjoy
from
the dialogue,
These things.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like addressing some certain things. I'm not saying that he's pointing to things that we weren't that I'm agreeing. Like I'm saying that maybe some of the trigger points that he presses or pain points that he presses allows for discourse to occur within society
100%.
that is actually constructive.
Like
Right.
nobody, he's not 100% wrong all the time.
Exactly.
And he's not 100% right.
But he's very wrong a lot of the
Oh,
time.
100%.
But on some things, this
very
is
wrong.
okay.
Yeah, right,
Fair enough.
yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
very, very reasonable point. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I actually enjoy the discourse that comes out of these things. I don't enjoy maybe the radicalization of some of the statements or what it leads to some people. I guess the actions that are formed or the mentalities and maybe the clubs that are formed from it. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
still.
So he's like a Kevin Samuels without the physical
Yes, so rest in
abuse
peace.
and
Kevin
the
Samuels
other
wasn't
stuff.
like now that you look at it, you're like he was just really honest. That's all it was. In a
Yeah, just in a
in-
harsh.
and
way.
I know like
Yeah.
he made it seem like a high. He leaned into a character as well.
Yeah.
You know, like, he leaned into a character, and that is what it is. I think you just got to accept that. Like I think he accepted like I'm gonna play a character that is disliked
Yeah.
by the masses,
Yeah.
but liked by some. And I think it's weird. Like the people that start liking you are those guys that seem to hate women or women that have
Or power
certain
over
issues
them,
as well,
yeah.
whatnot, all that kind of thing. But like I feel like he was just a not very.
He was just mean.
Yeah, he was just mean. That's all it was,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
you know. But it's like, I don't necessarily know if it's like problematic.
So
like
if
that,
he's
you
mean
know what
and
I mean?
honest, what is Andrew Tate?
problematic.
Problematic.
Yeah,
He's problematic.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Free now.
Yeah.
You get it?
Free man.
Free problem.
You still got hair?
Okay.
He
Like
never
from-
had hair, bro.
No, like as in when you grew it out.
Oh, in
Yeah,
jail.
good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
With the mustache.
Mustache.
Bro.
I wonder, yeah, because he was also on his dean.
On his dean, yeah? Let me know. I was going to say.
Interesting.
Anyways, now that we know that someone who's, perpetuating some negative relationships and dynamics is out, I think, Carlos, you should educate us on how to actually make these relationships better,
Wow.
more fruitful.
Too many relationships are failing.
Come on now.
Wow.
And clearly, a psychologist from Harvard noticed that too.
Wow.
Ivy League, man.
So she did a bit of digging to try to understand how can how can we make our relationship more successful? So apparently there is 9 phrases. yeah.
9 phrases.
So
Oh,
I
there's
just
2
read.
separate things.
yeah, that's 2 separate. So
Uh-huh.
we'll jump into the emotional intelligence maybe on
Right.
the next episode.
Okay.
right. So by the way, 2 different experts too, not the same
All
thing.
right.
Researcher.
Yeah,
Researcher.
proper researcher, bro.
That's in that.
So it says if you use any of these 9 phrases every day, I don't know, every day is a bit dragged, but depending on the phrases,
How important is your
your
relationship?
relationship is more
Right.
That's how you know you already realized why relationships are failing.
your relationship is more successful than
It says
most.
every day in the thing. Okay?
Yeah. And that's what I said. I said every day, but after I went through it, I don't know about every day because you might not need to use it every day.
Good morning every day.
Simple thing.
So I'll definitely read out the phrases, and then from there, obviously some
Analyze.
questions to see, analyze. You guys use these or not, and what do you guys think about it? Yeah. So the first phrase over here is I appreciate your effort.
Okay.
All right, very important. For example, I really appreciate what you did today. It kind of meant a lot and made things easier for me. You know, I like you. That was very simple. I like you. I like you. You know, I
I
like you.
appreciate what you did for me. Okay, I can see gratitude. Gratitude is just good attitude in general.
So,
From I like
for
you?
example, of I like you, it's like I like how devoted you are in your hobbies. Do you get what I mean? Like it's like I like how you do this. I like how you are
So I
involved.
like you stems into an appreciation of
Into
the
appreciation,
individual, not
into
for what they do
individual.
for you, for them and in terms
yeah,
of who
yeah,
they are and what they, you know what I'm saying?
I like a quality that you possess.
You
Yeah.
get me?
And it's just to let them know this is why I chose you, kind of
Yes.
thing. You know,
I don't even know if it stems into that.
but it can.
It's just like,
oh,
imagine
true,
I was
true,
just
true.
a observer. This is
I like
something of-
how you dedicate yourself to your work.
Right.
Yes, I like you.
Oh.
So Mao missed that out. So Mao, the second
Mao
phrase.
is not serious about a relationship. She's
Mao-
missed 2 of 9
The
phrases.
second-
We're on rocks.
Wait, Mao, you here for the
2
first
of
one?
9 and we're on number 2.
The first one is I appreciate your
Right.
effort. Second
Yep.
one is I like you.
I like
so
that one.
like I like this quality that you
Okay.
possess.
Ooh,
Third
one's a
one
heavy
is
hitter.
help me understand this. This one
Help
my
me
favorite.
better understand this.
Oh yeah, help me better understand this. So I don't know why this is upsetting you.
Why- also-
Please help me see your perspective. Right. This is
Yes,
is very
yes,
of
yes,
course when there's a bit of
tonight.
conflict that's going on,
That's a good
you know, and you don't understand. You
I'm
say,
good at
help me
relationships,
better understand this.
Huh?
I'm good at relationships.
Man,
I'll be saying
Well,
this.
yeah,
This guy
man.
said, he said I've clocked this.
Bro,
I've
I'm
clocked
not
this
gonna
now,
lie.
bro.
I was reading this. I was like, dude, I'm him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Dr. Courtney Warren is my alias.
This guy. This one is serious here, though.
Which one?
I want to work through this together, and I need to understand you better to do that. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's sitting in a puddle now. She's swimming.
Bro.
I'm serious.
Slipping on.
That was good.
That's a good.
Yep.
So obviously,
We'll keep going through this and give me the
Yeah,
examples,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
we'll actually go through and
Yeah, yeah,
say
yeah.
if we believe that we use these on a regular.
all right,
to be
cool.
honest.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Linda, listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the example is
Yeah.
like, I want to hear your side of things, even if we ultimately disagree.
Okay.
Right? I really like that one. It's like,
So so now we need to differentiate between that and the help me better understand this. Help me better understand this is like, oh, okay. Help me better understand this
understand.
is I actually want to get to the common ground.
Yeah.
I'm listening is we actually might not get to the common ground, but I'm
But I
willing
want to hear you out.
to hear you
Yeah.
out.
even though I might
Gotcha.
not agree, but I want to listen to what you
Yep,
gotta
yep,
say.
yep, yep,
Give
yep,
it
yep, yep,
space.
yep,
Gotcha.
yep, yep.
Cool. Very simple. I'm sorry.
Every day? Good morning. I'm sorry.
Is there an attitude of I'm sorry that can be expressed every day? Because what is it actually trying to talk about there?
I was going to say, I think it's the desire for peace.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is actually a very healthy thing. You know what I mean? Like to know that they are willing, even if they, because we're also talking about disagreeing and all that. Like even if disagree, it's like the desire isn't to disagree. You know what I'm saying?
Like
It's
the
like you're at the
default.
core. I want this to work.
Right.
You know?
Agree to disagree comes when we've left the agree.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like we've
yeah,
left trying to get, okay.
So even to go further with I'm sorry, it's more of like, it's not just saying I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but now you're kind of diving a bit deep into it. So
Sorry
for
that you're
example-
like this.
Damn. So I didn't communicate my feelings in a respectful way, to you, and I'm sorry for that.
Yep.
So you did something, you acknowledge what you did, and you're apologizing for what you did. So okay, I like that. I'll forgive you. Can you forgive me?
I forgive you. Can
Can
you
you
forgive
forgive me?
Gaslight.
I made a mistake, and I'm trying to forgive myself. I hope you can forgive me too.
That sounds a bit manipulative.
I'm trying to forgive myself is crazy. I'm trying. I'm trying to forgive myself. Is crazy.
Bro, that's like, I forgot whose song. I think it's in Pills and Pills.
It was. She's not that to me. She's not all that to me.
What's this song, bro? Pills and Automobiles. Who's on that? Is it Moneybag?
Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti. Really trying to be faithful, but the thing hard, baby. Like, that's what that's giving, bro. Like, I'm really trying, but it's just not happening.
It's just not
Yeah. Hey.
So he said-
Courtney.
You said Courtney?
Dr. Courtney wrote this, right?
Oh, facts. Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Dr. Courtney,
I
yeah,
don't
shout out.
think this would be something you say in like an initial apology. This is something that's like I've apologized
the
before,
I've always said
conversation.
before,
and
yeah.
now this
and then
is
now
me
this
again.
is like yeah.
I like what it's
That's mad.
I like what it says about I know we can't change the past, so I'm actively trying to let it go and move
That's
forward.
nice.
The one I don't like the I'm
second-
trying to forgive myself. I hope you can forgive me too.
I think it depends because when you just did something so terrible, you didn't
Yeah.
know how much it would hurt someone. So you're like, I'm trying to forgive myself for what I did to you. Or
But
how much
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
hurt-
I actually
or-
do
or-
get
I
it.
can get the
or how much
sentiment,
I've hurt
but
you.
it sounds like you've positioned them in a corner.
No, that's why it's a apology that you're not. It's not an initial like first time apologizing. This is like we've had a conversation
already had a
about this
conversation, you
before.
did
I've
the
apologized
apology, yeah.
before, and it's like, yeah,
And then I was like, now that you accepted my apology, and now I was like, can you
Yeah.
forgive me. All right, cool. Next one is I'm committed to you. This is really good. So even when times are tough, I'll still choose to be with you.
the reassurance.
The reassurance
like
is really
it's-
important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially, when you guys are going through some rough things, and then you can provide that reassurance. It's like, I understand this, but we're a team.
Yeah.
Bro, every time I talk to the homies, anytime we're all talking about relationships and that type of stuff, anytime a homie comes to me and talks, okay, this is what's going on, whatever, I always go, you know what's crazy? We chose this. I said, let's start off from that understanding.
Yeah.
That we chose to be in this.
Yeah.
So now, if we believed we were up for the game then, we're up for the game right now.
Yeah.
How do we work and navigate through this? But it's hilarious that all of the qualms and the stresses and the pressures and the everything and the headaches and the whatever,
Whoa.
we chose it. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Like,
did.
right, it's mad.
Yeah, 100%.
And you actually have to actively work
Yeah,
from that
You know
point
what
of view.
I've
Yeah.
clocked is like life is easier by yourself. It's just more rewarding with someone else. But it's
Facts,
genuinely
facts.
easier if you were to stay by yourself. I think about how much fun you could have, you travel. You don't have to consider another schedule, even on the basic things like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to get to know a whole nother set of people. Nah, like seriously, you know what I mean? Are they gonna like me? Are they not gonna like me? Well, are they friends?
You can just
Are
ask,
they
you
whatever?
don't have to talk. What?
But it's so much
Talk to
more
yourself
fun
all
with the
day.
right person.
With the right person?
With the right
Mwah,
person.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
The
beautiful.
right, the right
Yeah.
person is good.
Yeah, well, wrong
Yeah.
person. I heard this beautiful thing this week. I think it was a young Nigerian guy on TikTok. He was saying my dad explained the difference between the word finished and completed.
Okay.
He's like, if you marry the right person, you're completed. If you marry the wrong person, you're finished.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Bro,
Damn.
it's either doing something or doing it successfully. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a good job. Damn,
For sure.
man. You can finish yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
I like. Yeah, so I really like that
Moving
one.
on.
It provides good reassurance
Yeah.
to you and say, even though going through that, I still choose to be
Oh,
here.
sorry. There's one more thing I wanted to add with that one that
go
I
for
like about the commitment, right?
Oh.
Because something, I remember I might have said it years ago. Not years ago. We've had the podcast.
If you don't say it every day, I'm just kidding.
What a lie.
I might have said on the pod time ago.
Yeah.
But I always have this conversation that we ask ourselves, it's like, okay, why do we actually think that our lives are better as a union? Or when people get to like even marriage and stuff, like, yeah, it's a weird question to ask, but like, why do you think this union needs to happen?
to happen.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you
Yeah.
believe that
Yeah,
you
that
actually
needs to
need to be?
happen.
What
Yeah,
are you better
yeah,
serving?
yeah,
Are you better serving
yeah.
the world because of it? Are you better serving yourselves, your community, your family, your
Yeah.
relationships because of this union?
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah,
Like why
like,
do you even need to
What
become a union?
influence are you guys?
Yeah.
What are you bettering each other for?
Exactly.
What is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
outcome of this beyond we're together we can
right.
produce children? Because you can literally do all those things with anyone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think you need this union in order to do
you
that?
know.
And it's like that whole
that's
like
nice.
I'm committed to you. That
Kind
mentality.
of goes.
That's interesting. I mean, side thing, talk about it another time. But like, should relationships serve, anyone beside you guys? Because there are some people where it's like, we're in this relationship together. We're not thinking about, how does this serve the world or how does this serve anyone else but ourselves? But
Yeah.
then,
On that though, I do think, Daniel, like where we struggle, and like all of us, I think where we struggle with this is like we are pretty high capacity people in general. So I think we are also thinking way beyond this stuff. I know there are people out there where it's like, genuine fulfillment and purpose and value in my relationship is, yo, you make me happy, I make you happy,
And
we have
that's it.
fun together, we can travel. That's the extent that I want. For us, we're like, yo, no, I want to be a couple that other young couples come to and chat to and whatnot. That's what we want to be. I want to be involved in community work, and I want my partner beside me for that. I want to be in the media space. I need someone who can also, you know, support me in that and understand this and understand that we're actually trying to build something. That's us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's other people like that, of course, as well. But,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Bro, again, this one is clearly a serious one. This
Yeah, like, this
commitment
is
thing.
serious one. Nah, 100%.
Bro, I saw it was a video of Savannah James, right? I can't remember what was the first. I think someone was talking smack to LeBron. Yeah. I think a heckler or something was talking smack to LeBron. I think it was like one of his kids' games though, right?
Oh, is this when he's walking in the
think I
headlines
know what
and then
this is.
Savannah coming across?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like a kid's talking smack to LeBron, he's walking past or whatever.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. I think they must have got buckets, whatever, or won the game. Savannah's walking back on some boss vibes. I think did she say something to the kid?
I think she was saying something, but she's walking
While
towards
walking,
the
bro,
yeah.
she actually looked like a lioness.
Bro,
A lioness, bro.
Okay.
This was
bro,
Nala.
she was
Riding.
My guy. You need to see this video.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's it.
the video was
It was phenomenal. It was
You
phenomenal.
get me?
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's a unit.
Yeah.
That's a
You
no,
have to.
no. They are a unit.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, bro, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah. Phenomenal.
so it's
Phenomenal.
like, and then I think it was either from that video I was thinking about this. I'm like, okay, imagine, you are doing your community work or you have a business or you have a whatever. And it's like, they've got their own thing too. But y'all are proper riding for each other in rooms where other people aren't even present.
Yeah.
LeBron wasn't even actually watching, you know what I mean?
Didn't even,
kid
yeah,
doing
Didn't even,
whatnot, yeah.
he was
Because
posted up somewhere
behind
else.
it,
But
yeah.
she said, nah, man, this is our
I see
thing that you're
yeah.
disrespecting. I'm about it. You know
I'm
what I
a
mean?
I
champion.
like that.
Fam.
Yeah.
I like that. Like he's the champion, right? He's the one that's winning buckets, got the rings. She's not a basketball player like that, but she's the ownership of what he's got is part of her.
man, my
I allow
man.
him to go shoot in the gym so he can do this.
He was
Yeah, I
shooting,
like it.
shooting in the
You
gym.
think LeBron had a choice?
Shooting in the gym.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that was definitely a serious one.
That
Yeah.
commitment, that unit, serious.
the
All
next
right,
one?
Take us to some more, man.
I
Oh, this is good.
let's have some fun.
Hello.
Don't forget add a bit of element. You gotta always have an element of fun in there. Do something a little bit random, something a bit different.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as going for a walk. We should get some fresh air. Want to do something fun today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's say you guys are more like used to just staying in all the time. If you got your own apartment or whatever it is, it's like, hey, let's step outside. Let's go for a walk. You know? So that adds a different element to your relationship there.
Fun thing, man. Serious.
It's on the fun.
like it.
The fun thing is important.
It's-
The fun thing doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to. It
Yeah.
could just be just a different environment.
I was talking about this yesterday with one of the boys, and I was saying,
Yeah,
like,
we'll talk about that, yeah.
yo, like, the elite point is when you realize, like, we really need to stop spending money. And then, like, from there, you just have fun together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I like that.
it's yeah,
Like a
money's,
board game at
money's
home.
Yeah, what?
Cook
Come
dinner.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in Adelaide,
Yep.
sticks on the ground.
At least you're doing it together.
How you throw shade there?
How did you find the way to do it?
How did I do that?
I like this though. The happiest couples are able to break tension and recalibrate the mood by finding room for an authentic smile, silly banter,
Oh,
or a lighter
yes,
joke.
yes, oh, that.
Recalibrate the mood.
Yeah,
Serious
good.
thing
Yes.
there.
Because one of the little similar phrases says, I know I'm a loss sometimes, let's take a breather from the tough topics and watch a comedy. Because that also goes back to the other thing where it's like, yo, the focus is our togetherness. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's like we're having these talk or whatever, but it's like the focus is us. Let's make sure we're
Me
happy
and you
as well.
against the issue.
Wow, great.
Stop.
That is good. That is good.
Great.
Nah, one out. Now you guys
Talk
killed
them
it.
out, bro.
And what's the last?
The last one
Real
is
quick.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Something that Mal pulls me up on this one all the time is the funniest thing ever, yeah? Because we banter a lot, right? We joke all the time. Sarcasm is I think sarcasm is a serious one, yeah?
Love language.
Like not a love language necessarily, but I banter through sarcasm a lot, right? And then Mal will match that energy, yeah? But because
It's your girl, it hurts.
two things, there's that. Three things even. One, because we come from the mindset of girls aren't funny.
Yeah. Whoa.
Two, because it's your girl
for
and
yourself.
it hurts. And three, because Mama wasn't on the banter thing strongly like that.
Oh,
when
like
we
I
first-
made you this.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is what it is. I think she's serious. And
All the time. Literally all the time.
Oh, this guy's an idiot.
Bro,
is.
but then she's like, I'm joking, but I'm like, bro, but you didn't say it in a joking, like I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
tell.
yeah.
It's in the same tone that you're angry with. Now I
don't know.
Yeah. In your face. I don't know.
Phenomenal.
Hit me in the
You had it in your face.
You still did this one in the car where your legs went to the door. To the door. Your knees are pointing
And
at the door.
apparently it's a joke.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, the fun thing is important. Like you actually have to.
Yeah, of
And I
course,
start telling
of course.
myself that I have to look at Mao as someone who's always trying to, from the basis
I'm
of trying to
funny.
have fun.
Yeah.
No, not funny.
I'm funny
Not
as well.
Trying to have fun and being funny are different things.
Yep.
You have to look at your partner from the basis of they will try their hardest to do the best thing. They always want to put you first and they want to have fun. Because when you start getting the mentality of, they actually out to get me, I'm not getting the jokes that she's, you know what I mean? It's turning into a fight instead of me.
Even the other day we were playing board
man.
games and then he kept losing. He lost like 5 times in a row. And then I lost. And then obviously, you banter when you lose. You're like, ha, ha, ha. He thought I was being serious. I was like, my guy, like, it's a board game. How am I going to be serious about
When
this?
was this? I don't remember
When we were
this.
playing
Of course you don't
the
remember.
mouse
Yeah,
thingy,
the
trap
flick
game,
thing,
whatever,
yeah,
the flick
yeah,
one. And
yeah.
I was like, mate, it's a game.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
Yeah,
come on.
Daniel.
It's
Hey,
not
nah,
serious
fragile
all the-
masculine
it's not
ego.
Bro,
serious
she
all
won
the
like
time.
3-4 times, bro.
5 in a row.
Yeah, well, you
I was
might.
shocked.
5
But
in a row is moving crazy.
You might. That's your LeBron, bro.
That's your
LeBron.
I'm just shooting at the gym with her, bro. Let's not come and blaspheme on this podcast. All right? Last one.
And the last one, which is everyone says this, which is I love you, but obviously mean it when you say it. So those are the was it 9 or was it 10? Oh, sorry, that was 13. We went through.
No, that was 9. That was 9.
Hold on, there's more.
There's the other article that's 13.
Wait, did you do this research or what?
Yeah, far out. Hey, it's sorry, bro. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I just
Hey,
looked at the wrong.
go to the don't miss. Hold that one down for another one. It says number one phrase used in. Oh, I read that so wrong. I thought it was talking about unsuccessful relationships.
Ah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
this would be interesting to look into the phrases that you should not include.
Oh, sorry, 9. Yeah.
I was gonna say. So, what do you guys think you're strong at out of this list? What's your strong point? What's the weak point?
The strongest is definitely number 3 for me. Help me better understand this.
All right. Okay.
That is my go-to.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you say it, just to confirm, you don't really say it.
What are you
that's-
saying?
So
Oh, the weak.
yeah,
like-
so we say, it's just something that you don't do, but you want to start.
Yeah. Or you're not saying it enough, or you think you'd want to implement or incorporate that a lot more in terms of, you know what I mean? How we all know my one.
Well, we saying what's our weakest?
Yeah, weakest and
Oh,
your strong point as well, obviously. Yeah. You said yours helped me better understand this, huh? Yeah, I
I
like
thi-
that one, but I'm not trying to ride it and take it as well. So.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay.
Maybe. Otherwise, I'm listening. It's actually, I think and I know this sounds mad, but it's like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not because I don't have a problem with saying sorry. I refuse to say it if I'm not wrong.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
It is a
And-
bit tough. It is a bit tough.
I just don't happen to be wrong that much. It's so crazy. It's crazy.
No, not
We're the same person, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah, wow.
I'm strong with the I am committed to you, I think.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah?
That's my thing for sure.
Yeah, I
man.
think same.
Or,
Yeah.
you just riding again? Or?
Well, I can't. There's only 9 options.
Obviously definitely got to work on the list. Nah, let's have some fun. We have all the fun, but maybe finding you funny.
Definitely.
All right, give us some more, man.
I'll forgive you. I'm not too sure about that one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't know. Maybe because, I don't
Yeah.
recall. Because when I'm going through it, I'm like, I say this a lot. I say this. And then when I came across that one, I'm like,
What about if you just look at it as forgiveness as a whole? Rather than
Look at it as
the I
forgiveness
forgive
Or
you.
acceptance of like your
Can you
part to
forgive
play
me?
in wrongs.
Yeah.
Because you can maybe not be wrong for the most part, but is there a part that has been played in contributing to the wrong? You know what I'm saying? What the heck just happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can there be an acknowledgement of contributing in some degree? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
yeah.
Mate, I'm trying to hear from you, mate.
What do you think?
You better be right.
What do you think I'm bad at? Because obviously you would know.
Oh, God, they're fighting already.
I think I do all this pretty well.
Have you guys ever done the 30? I mean, I assume you're just thinking, or you do actually have an answer to answer?
I'm thinking, but carry on.
Okay. You guys ever done the New York Times 36 questions for love?
I heard about that.
It's actually pretty cool. Like, there's
What's the
36
result?
questions.
Hey,
I
we said we're
think.
going to sit down one day.
Yeah. Or even just do it over like couple weeks, like every night. Pick a number, answer the
We've
question.
done a couple different
That's
things
nice.
like this. I know that specific one.
Yeah.
Because there's this app called
Paired.
Paired.
Yeah, bro, that was fun. The
Yeah,
date
yeah, yeah.
ideas, everything.
Man,
that's good.
serious. The ideas,
that's
there's
proper.
quizzes on each other.
Yeah.
I was winning.
Yeah.
A lot of
Oh
the
yeah,
quizzes.
yeah. But then
Fair.
sometimes you'd lose the ones you don't expect to lose.
Exactly.
And you're
then
like,
it's
no.
you're a liar.
Yeah.
Why are you lying for this app?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
The one those when they hit you with, oh no, you were right. You're right. I do like seafood.
Bro, and now my
Like,
score is not
Yeah.
100%. Like,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
bro. Like, what's going on here, man? You get me? But I'm 37, did you say?
36 questions.
36.
Yeah. So I think the first 12 are very like surface level, if you will, but they're like, what's it called, icebreakers kind of thing. Next 12 a bit deeper. The last 12 are pretty deep. Things like, what do you think something you missed out on in your childhood, that kind of stuff. And they say if any two people have that conversation seriously, because the
should.
36th one is like stare into each other's eyes for like 4 minutes or a minute or something like that.
And you should fall in love.
Most people will be able to fall in love to some extent.
I think we did something like that during like the premarital
Premarital,
like
yeah.
counseling. Like they just, bro, this stuff is good.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
It's
like
needed.
outside of even getting to marriage, yeah. There's couples counseling. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't now be yelling and proclaiming. Maybe everyone go to couples counseling just yet because there's
Yeah.
spaces where it's, I guess, needed.
Yeah.
I don't think people can't use that as the band-aid to fix the solution sometimes, you know what I mean? But the conversation that was happening as in leading up to like, yeah, we sure we're ready to move into this whole marriage, if you're not engaged life. Bro, eye-opening stuff, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Amazing conversations, bro. You know what I mean? You find out that, yeah, you are right all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like a lot of...
You've just been gaslit the whole time. Into I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm trying to understand. Forgive you.
Let's have some fun.
What? Good morning.
Oh God.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
What's your two?
Oh, yeah, damn.
Oh, yeah, you said
You got away with
Oh,
it.
no,
You
Mal.
friggin' Scranton Strangler.
You were gonna tell
Are you still
me.
thinking?
The one that I'm really good at is that I like you. And
I can- I
he
can
never
see that.
understands
See
why
that.
I can see that,
I'm
yeah.
like, tell me that you like me.
Like is a lot nicer than love at certain
Yeah, because I
points.
love, obviously, I know you love me. But like, tell me that you like me,
Yeah.
and then why do you like me? And
I was gonna
always
say,
tell
what do you
him and
like
he's
about her?
just-
What do you like
Yeah,
about
what
her?
do you like about me?
Let's not do all this.
Now let's do this.
This is not...
Let's
Well,
do
you
this.
still haven't told me what what am I bad at?
Saved you.
I like that you are so passionate about staying healthy.
Boy.
I like how devoted you are to your hobbies.
You read the most direct symbol because I was like
annoying.
healthy. I swear she just gave up coke.
Actually,
Both kinds.
You know, help me better understand this. And what are you bad at?
yes.
I can see that.
You're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Actually can't lie. Actually.
Come on,
when I
mate.
was
One of us
looking at
has
it-
to be.
What are you saying?
Well, so you don't think you're bad at anything? So you just do the relationship right.
I mean,
I mean, two questions popped up in
Come
my
on, talk
for
to us,
you
brother.
guys. Obviously, number one is, do you guys agree there's certain phrases that you're meant to use that can boost your relationship or just make it more successful? That's number one. Number two is, I'm pretty sure somehow we actually all use these phrases, right? But we use it in a different way.
Yeah.
But now, does it make a difference if we use it in
The
a certain
specific
way,
phrase?
right? So even the I'm
yeah.
sorry one, I'm sorry. But then now you're diving into I'm sorry that I did this last night and for how it made you feel, right? So then now you're going extra, you're taking
Yeah,
a step
extra
further.
mile.
So it made me think. I'm like, oh, cool. And I do. Some of them is like I clearly say it. Some of them I don't say it in that way. But then I'm wondering, does it make a difference if I actually said it
Within this kind of way.
within that kind of
Yeah.
context?
Yeah, you
You
also
know,
said
I
what
there
else.
definitely is a difference.
You also said what else would you add as well?
Yeah, that's also going to be a second part. Well, it's 3 questions there,
Yeah.
but we'll dive into the first 2. And then the last one is, what would you add? Or what is it that you guys do, including yourself as well,
Might not be.
that you add there that you
Yeah.
think is also beneficial to other people in a relationship?
Yeah. I think the context is very important for when you
For
say
sure.
things because it's like
Yeah.
then you don't leave things up in the air of like, yo, what are they actually sorry for? Are they sorry for what they did,
Oh,
or
yeah.
are they sorry for
how it made me
that I
feel,
misunderstood what
Yeah.
they did? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like that's actually a very important thing. So I feel like the more you explain, essentially, the better you communicate, the better
Yeah.
things are gonna be because then you also get to the root as opposed
course,
to
of
dealing with
course.
like
Just, yeah.
all the side little tasks before you get to the main
Side-
mission.
Of
You know?
course. 'Cause
Yeah.
Before I forget, that's why I always tell Daniel, I'm always like, don't apologize for the sake of shutting me up. Like, we're not gonna, it's not gonna be constructive. We're not gonna get, any further with the situation if you're like, all right, you know what, like, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? Why are you apologizing? Why do you
Sorry that I
understand?
chose to stay.
Boy. And it's also I'm sorry that you felt that way. What do you mean? like
I
if you're
realize
gonna
people don't like
apologize,
that, yeah.
the apology has to come after you understanding the situation. I guess sometimes it's like, okay, you can apologize and then we agree to disagree, but it's like, don't apologize and be like, I apologize that you felt that way, or I apologize, but like it wasn't that bad or it wasn't that deep. Like if you're gonna apologize, don't apologize with an excuse or with like a, you know, throwing it back to you, because it's like an apology should be sincere.
Throwing it back.
It should
That's
be
a good apology.
sincere.
That's a very good apology.
Not bad. Can accept. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I think it definitely comes out to like how you said and what context you provide. Even the I'm committed to you as well. You can
Of
obviously
course.
take that a lot further as well. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm committed to you. I've chosen to be with you and I want to continue being with you. You know what I mean? Like that kind
like
of adds a whole different element that's just saying, oh, I'm committed to this. Oh yeah, that's nice.
I think the help me better understand this is very, very important.
Yeah.
I think probably top 3 important ones, because it's like it helps you better understand the person in that situation. I know, excessive. Let me break
The walls were green because the green was used for coloring the wall.
That was actually enlightening, man.
Bro, help me better understand that.
Wait, what the workout is 1,500.
You can submit now.
Bro.
it lets you and lets them also articulate how they're feeling better. Okay. But it's also like, in that moment you can once again understand them and their train of thought. You know, it's like, oh, okay, why did this make you so upset, or why do you feel this way?
That's so true.
That was something real quick
go.
before I forget it. Because I obviously do a lot of working things out of my head, and then I present the solution, right? And something that were brought to light was like, I should walk Mawa through that journey, because it helps her to understand my train of thought and how I think.
Yeah.
Just because I've been able to resolve the situation and we're pushing it forward. For her, it still doesn't, she's not able to know how did he get to that solution in his head, or what was even the trigger point for it. Because it's like, how do they now in the future, how do they work through that as well, or provide the support to help you work through that?
Because you do A, B, and C in your mind,
get
but
me?
then you tell me C. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? Deep.
yeah.
It's all right. Clearly I need it.
Working on it. We're working on it.
Shut up.
Working on it, right?
No, I see what you're saying. That helped me understand better. It's good. Number one, obviously, because you are trying to understand, but number 2, it tells the other person that you're trying to understand, which changes the whole dynamic of the whole conversation as well. Rather than you saying, you know,
I know what you're saying. It lets the other person understand that you're also on the same. You're working towards the same thing together.
It's like
now.
you care. You also care.
Yeah, it's just like if me and you are in a conflict or whatever it is, you know, I'm trying to tell you that it's not your perspective, my perspective. It's like, tell me why. I want to understand your perspective. Because the way I respond to that is going to be very different now. I'm going to respond in a way in which we're on the same team. You're trying to understand me, so I don't need to go off, or, you know, I don't need to be like, you never understand me, or whatever it is, rather than me just saying, this is my point, this is your point. So it's important for you, but also important for the other person. Yeah. And it changes the whole dynamic of that conversation as well.
Once again, me, you, that's the problem.
Oh, stop it.
So what would you guys add?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that one. I was taken aback that the I'm committed to you one was on there, because that's something that I thought most people weren't thinking about or look
But
at.
this is also a doctor who wrote What Works.
There we go. I think my doctor. But because that's what I was kind of thinking of in that
If you can add,
regard.
how would you structure some of the things that's been said then?
You're asking a lot of questions.
No, but you said you can't add, right? So now I'm like, all right, cool. Like, if you can't add, you know how to restructure some of them. If you,
Daniel, man, let's transition the topic.
Please.
Nah, I don't
mean?
know what I'd add, man.
Like, she did a pretty decent job, man.
yeah, she actually did.
Because there's obviously phrases, there's principles,
There's
which
principles,
are very,
obviously.
definitely not touched on. Because principles are a very different thing, right? And obviously,
Ooh, I like this one. It's what can I do? Or like, what can I do for you?
How can I help you type thing?
How
Yeah,
can I
that's
help
actually a
you?
good
What
one.
can I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one.
Yeah,
Because then it also shows interest, shows interest in what they're doing, but it's also like, what can I do for you in this moment? You know, what do you need? I like that.
What do you need?
it's a lot of phrases to remember.
What can I do to make your day better?
This is dragged.
But yes, if you're not using some of these phrases and you think it's important and you think it can elevate your relationship,
Yeah.
use it. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't hurt. I'm pretty sure that your partner would appreciate
it
it.
will
For
help.
sure.
Just say, hey, I appreciate your effort.
Mm.
I'm listening. Help me understand.
Mm.
Get rid of him.
He's not listening.
Yeah.
Bro, what else is going on in there, man?
What's happening?
There's too much else happening, man. This time.
Life.
Talk to our people, man, our subscribers.
Oh,
our
dilemmas,
followers.
bro. What's happening?
Snap.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Yes, that's
That's
what
what it was. I was
us
like, I
some
know there was
dilemma.
one more part that I
We're
was
missing
Oh,
the
let's
dilemma
do
and a
some
wake-up call.
Admin, while we're here, can you give us the logins for that?
Yeah.
And then
I've
also,
been
can you change our
asking.
handle to the disruption on that instead of the disruption end? I'm trying to make it as short as
I don't
possible.
remember if I changed.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, you guys got some insight to what's happening.
Got some
Yes.
dilemmas?
Yes.
Okay, let's go through
And
Everything.
if we can customize the way it looks, let me know so I can
Have a look at it.
Mix
No
it up,
worries,
yeah.
mate. Hey, guys, you hear that?
hear that, man.
We are organizing.
No,
Organized.
there's new levels coming. You guys are
Yeah, man.
I hope you're
soon
ready.
come, soon come.
Getting the dilemmas up.
Yeah. It's just a quick change of tab, man.
Ah,
All right, how about
gotcha.
you just can you help me? All right. This is what it is, yeah. I want us to talk to our people real quick.
Okay.
Continually saying thank you for the love, support,
sure.
all of
Yeah,
them
no,
things there. We didn't do it
seriously.
properly at the start, and we've probably lost 5,000% of you guys by this point. But hopefully, you're
That's a
still
Carl statistic.
here. For the ones that are still here, appreciate it as always. Subscribers are glowing exponentially now. Okay, that's too much. That's a very
Technically, it's looking exponential.
all right. We'll take it. We're gonna claim it, and it's nice to see, man. So drop some comments, please, because last episode you guys didn't drop any
Yeah,
comments.
what the
and I hurt my
frick,
heart.
bro?
Do I have to call your names to comment? Like that's a bit selfish,
bro.
This is a transactional. We want a relational something going on over here, yeah. But I appreciate it all, man. So keep sending them dilemmas through. Let's get into some of them.
Okay,
So,
let's hear some.
refreshy. So there's actually a couple that I didn't previously use. I'm gonna skip that one. There's two. We'll start with this one. Ready? Just moved to Melbourne for uni, and I am having trouble making friends. I am also extremely allergic to putting myself out there. Do you guys have any tips?
I think we've got to address this.
In that one, yeah, that
Sort
one
of.
was slightly with
Start-
the
Yeah, where it's like slowly start small, put yourself into those kind of environments.
We can give them context within uni though, because they said that they've moved for uni, so they, you know, what I mean, the context can be applied within.
Okay, so like,
you know,
uh,
some uni setting of it. I failed epically
Socially at uni?
at socially at uni, so maybe they can actually learn from our
Okay,
mistakes
yeah, like
as
okay,
well.
so okay, yep.
I didn't do any.
Social-
Like I made two good friends from uni that I'm still friends with now.
That's dope.
Donut. Damn, no friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just girls.
Just girls. Boy.
Just girls, bro.
they were helping him better understand the subject, Mark. Come on,
Oh,
man.
what?
Put it in perspective. Bro.
Okay, so you're saying join
I
more
didn't
like social
join.
clubs.
Yeah, I joined no social clubs.
Yeah.
I didn't stay back for class. I didn't ask any questions.
Bro.
I didn't form any study. Towards the end, maybe I did. Didn't form like any study groups. Like, you know how people.
Uni was a burden in my eyes, bro.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the biggest burden for me. I'm not gonna lie. But those type of things, especially the social club, I think
social clubs,
the
yeah.
easiest setting to try to jump into people that like things like you, because uni has social clubs
It's the
for
easiest
anything.
setting to jump into people.
That thing. If you go to
Bro,
Deakin
the
for sure.
camps were mad.
Yeah.
The Asian ones,
Madness.
ASEAN, and what was the other one?
Oh.
AAA or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know,
camps.
bro. Camps.
Really?
Camps.
Man.
Right. Let's just say people were sleeping.
Let's give him a quick tip so we can go. So we're saying join social clubs,
Yes, ma'am.
form study groups. Okay, what else we got?
But in
there?
terms of Melbourne as well
I
as
was
the
gonna
bigger
say.
context,
I think do things around your hobbies as well. So it's like if you,
yeah.
all right, you're not super social, whatever, but it's like surely you like something. So it's like if you like futsal, find futsal. You know what I mean? If you like movies, surely there's a group of people that do like movie reviews or, you know what I mean? Like there has to be something. Also, if you can find your niche, if you're here just for study, I'm assuming like, let's say you've come from, I don't know, Lebanon or something. It's like, I'm sure there's like Lebanese students
Yep,
type
yep,
thing.
yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
for
like,
sure. Tap
fi-
into
you know what I mean? Tap
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
It's a bit more close to home, all that kind of thing.
See what's
It
around,
can help
yeah,
you a
for
little
sure.
bit.
Start off small.
how does someone better themselves from being allergic to social interaction?
Yeah, that one I don't know.
'Cause that's tough. Like I actually don't know how to tell someone to help that. Because for me, the solution is
Is-
put yourself out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're
But if
saying
you're
I
saying
don't like
You're
this.
allergic
I
to
don't like that.
But
It
then
is daunting.
where do you
but
start
I
from?
don't believe that you don't like that, as crazy
Right.
as that sounds, right?
Right.
Because you're asking for how do I get better at this. So
So you
deep down, you do desire
Yeah.
a level of interaction, as we all do. Now you might desire less or whatever. That's all cool, but
It's probably more of
will
like it's a
require
daunting experience.
Yeah, maybe understand what are the fears of it, but also see what capacity are you willing to accommodate of social
Yeah.
interaction, and start off with that.
Yeah.
Because if you shut it off completely, you're actually never gonna get better at all. And now you have 13 cats.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's-
Also,
what's the
I would actually love to know who this is, because like
Yeah,
it's
we got some
pretty,
hacks.
pretty
For
interesting.
sure.
Yeah, like
Well, we got some-
we got stuff
we-
coming
we
up,
got
all
some
that
on
kind of
our
stuff.
own as
yeah,
well,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Please come
But
through
also,
to
like,
that.
yeah, we do stuff. So it's like I would actually love to know who this is. Like,
Maybe
if you
that's something
wanna
we need to do often.
kick
Get
it
Hey,
up.
people
man.
together,
Hey.
do social
Nah,
activities
friends, bro.
Yeah?
once a month or
I don't know.
something. Yeah.
Something's coming on the way, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're a bit more structure, or do we just
Nah, definitely let people know a bit. But yeah,
stay tuned? Anyways, that's what
stay
we
tuned,
say.
stay tuned,
Yeah,
stay
if you're a listener of this, stay tuned for that. Because
Yeah.
we might be the space for you, to be honest, then as well, man, and other people in the same kind of boat.
reach out as well in the DMs. We can connect you. All right, next
Don't
one.
you guys know that song?
Alright, what's next?
Ready.
Bro, I realize that's a phenomenal way to get out of any situation that you say
Yep.
something dumb. Oh, you don't know that song? Don't worry about it. You never seen that movie, bro?
Don't worry about it. Oh, man, I love that.
Where do I find me a wifey? Honestly, as an entrepreneur, I spend so much time. Also, by the way, a lot of these I'd never read from before.
For time, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
there's some that are new, but I actually like never read some of these from time. Where do I find me a wifey? Honestly, as an entrepreneur, I spend so much time alone, and I'm so content with my life and myself. But finding women that meet the bare minimum is
man.
difficult.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe Chapel Street and Hinge isn't the best place to look.
Man, you already started
Facts.
the wrong place already.
Mate,
Hinge
you're not
and
gonna find
Chapel
yourself
Street.
a wife.
Chapel Street is just everyone walking around drunk.
So where
But-
should they go?
So hold on, there's a couple different things here, man, because they're talking about trying to find a wifey.
I'm
They're
a
currently an
business
entrepreneur. They're very focused on that, but they also said, and they're content with themselves and their
Yeah.
business, but they also said that it's hard to find women that meet the bare minimum. So they've clearly
And
got
something
criteria.
about alone time.
Yeah, definitely just said that.
Oh.
Listening.
I mean, definitely.
Wait, I actually don't remember you saying that.
Yeah, you read it, but you didn't say it
I
again
said that
after.
they work so hard and they're content with their alone time.
yeah,
You didn't say the alone time. Look at you trying to know.
All right, cool. Definitely, they definitely need to put
Say I'm
themselves
sorry.
Put
in the
themselves
right
out there.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the right environment could be again. It depends on like in the business aspect.
True. There's networking events.
There's networking
Because you're going to
events.
find someone on your pace.
There's
you
some
know?
programs in which like help entrepreneurs and all that kind of stuff, and you find people that's very business minded as well, and I'm pretty sure they would also
Yeah.
have the qualities that you're kind of looking
Yeah.
for. That
There's a
you
lot of
would-
startup hacks.
yeah.
So like there's obviously med hacks, engineering hacks, where you literally get a bunch of people together and you figure these things out.
do.
There's the startup one, yeah,
I
Startup
went
Victoria
to
or Launch Vic.
Launch Vic got one as well, so they be doing things on a regular basis. There's actually another one that's coming up. I don't know if you're watching this. Very good. If not, I'm so sorry. But there's another one that's actually coming. I think on the 16th of April. Launch Vic is doing something else again. People are pitching the ideas for a product. So, yeah, like you guys should also come along as well. But yeah, anyways, it's a place where everyone just comes there. There's there's food, there's drinks, and
Are you being
conversation.
paid to do this?
Number one promoter.
Launch Vic said, "Hey, listen, yeah, we need more of you guys." But yeah, hey, honestly,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff out there.
Can we also suggest just shoot a DM if you find someone that you like online? Like, be in their DMs. I mean, if you
DMs
can
is
somehow
tough
find that
because
they're
it's
single.
always
Yeah, DMs is hard.
perceived in a not serious way. Because this person sounds like they want a relationship. It's never, DM is never perceived as like, yo, this is serious. I know it can
Good
be.
start though. Yeah.
I don't know, like can start something. I don't know. Maybe.
But I mean,
Yourself
they're
out
definitely in a good industry.
Industry.
Like
You guys don't know that song?
Don't worry about it.
It worked.
Don't worry about it.
It worked.
Next.
If you do shoot a DM, make sure there's no spelling errors in it. Moving on.
No.
That's a big.
I believe there is wisdom in what you disclose or share with someone. In a platonic relationship where you may begin to have feelings for the other person, should you disclose how you're feeling often, or should you wait for a more defining moment where you are sure you want to commit to a romantic relationship? Because I presume by telling each other how you feel quite frequently, this will inherently compel the person with the lower level of affection to match the higher in order to please that person. Thus, not from a place of genuine love. Wow. This essay,
Well,
great sentence structure.
yeah.
Very good, very good.
So the problem is,
I was-
do you... Yeah, go.
Do you almost? This is crazy, but it's like, do you try to convince the person to like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a horrible idea. You want to be genuine, but also I was gonna say like I think the often thing threw me off because I'm like you get one chance to tell this person.
yeah.
Literally.
You get
That's what I
one
was gonna
chance,
say, yeah.
and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't become weird after that, is that sometimes an indication? Okay, because we can't read into it, but is it an indication sometimes now?
What do you mean?
Like if the person that you have shown, I'm actually willing to,
Interested, yeah.
and
okay.
they haven't, and become weird about it, they're willing to still accommodate it in that
Yeah,
way.
then-
Yeah, you assume
Does that
so.
lead to a?
But then
okay, let
in
me-
my mind that leads to more, right? But this person sounds secure.
right,
I don't know why they just sound secure,
right.
and it's like
They
I
said
think
thus.
yeah, like I feel like you don't need what's the word? The convincing time afterwards. You know, even if you're not bringing it up multiple times, it's just like, you know, for them to go, oh yeah, I do enjoy hanging out with you. But from there, like if the answer's not a yeah, I think I'd be down for the same kind of thing, then it's just like, yo, give us
Yeah,
space.
nah, I definitely agree. I think you only have one time.
Yeah.
To be able to tell. It's a one time if the
Calculated.
person that you're
Literally,
talking
bro.
to is also very serious,
100%.
right? Because if they're not really serious, that's when they'll say, okay. And then just kind of allow things to happen.
Yeah.
But if they're serious, they will know automatically if they want to pursue
They know what
something
time
there
it
or
is.
not.
Yeah.
They'll be like, all right, cool. Thank you for telling me. I'm not interested, or let's see where this goes. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yeah.
So you only have one time, one shot to
I'm
let
a
them know.
I'm a big fan of like ruin your friendship, bro. Just like
Yeah,
ruin the
yeah.
friendship. I don't like it's just not worth
Otherwise,
waiting.
you're just gonna be so hurt them
What?
calling you
Yeah,
and talking
eesh.
about
Someone
someone.
else.
What do you think
that they're
of
just-
this girl? You're a girl, so you would know how girls think. What do you think she means?
Yeah.
What?
What do you think is the best
Means
way?
she hates you. She's a horrible girl. She's not the
Yeah.
one for you.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah, just find the right time to let them know
Yeah.
for you. But at the same time, also be
Sheesh.
prepared if there's no friendship.
I have a question
You have to.
for you guys, like, because I feel like it suits dilemmas and stuff. Do you feel like a couple needs to be moving? Yeah, all right. First of all, abuse. Off for the audio listeners, Ma would just slap Daniel in the face. What's it called? Do you feel like a couple? Sorry, let me just, because it could potentially be a good clip.
All right.
Do you guys feel
Look at me
like
growing every day.
Okay, well, yeah.
I hate them so much.
I love the people that do it in the same fit. All right. Do you guys feel like a couple to be successful has to be growing at the same pace or similar pace?
For a couple to be successful,
Yeah.
they would have to grow at a similar pace or same pace.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Do you like, or do you feel like one can be there pretty much, right? Wherever there is,
Yep.
right? Obviously still going at the same pace that they've been going at, and the other person's trying to follow pace
Yep.
in a sense, but they're
Oh.
still trying to learn things that this person has been learned. So this person now will, obviously now I'm adding layers, but it's like this person might find frustration in them trying to say, yo, why don't you understand the basics of saving money? Why don't you understand the basics of this, that, whatever, you know? Like, what do we think of the pace?
Are we talking? So we're
pace
talking about
situation?
emotional, career, everything.
A
Just
whole
everything
bunch
in
of stuff.
general?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you were talking about that, something came to my mind. I think for the common goals that the couple has, right, the milestones that individual needs to meet, right, on both parties, right? So let's say the person that has done a lot of learnings or is moving at a very fast pace, the milestones that they need to meet, that they can meet within their capacity and the skills that they have in order to contribute to the goals of the relationship, they needed to do that in their capacity that is, in their pace that makes sense, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like as a couple, you're meant to now set milestones for that individual given their pace that they have.
Capability of doing
But
that,
those milestones are very crucial to still the overall completion of the
Right.
union goals, right?
Yeah, get you.
Because it is hard to try to, you know what I mean? It's tiring to try to feel like you're lifting or dragging someone along with you, and it's tiring to feel like you're being pulled
Yeah,
at a pace that's
like you
faster.
are the weight.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you actually set those milestones based, like for one person, one milestone might be it, but it might be 4 for you. But it's like for our relationship, yours is still important, just as like my 4 were. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this is very arbitrary, very nice sounding. In practicalities, it might be
painful,
difficult,
It
right?
would- it would
But
be
it's
a-
like that's what I can rationalize in terms of what makes one person still feel meaningful,
Yeah.
and contributing to something,
Yeah.
and one person not feel like they are they're just dragging someone along. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if that person is achieving the milestones that you have both set that is required, then you're not looking at them like a weight anymore because their still contribution is meaningful
Gotcha.
to what you
Yeah.
what is required. You know what I'm saying? What you saying?
Now, I was gonna ask with what you're saying, would it feel a bit weird or too much if all these milestones is for that person? So, for example, let's just say that I'm not really good at this, I'm not really good at that,
Right.
right? So it's like, okay, cool. Daniel, this is what your milestones is. Let's work
Are we
about
in
it.
a relationship? This is cute.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. This is your milestones, and this will contribute to the relationship.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, this is what my milestones are, and so on. So now it's almost like both of you guys have like targets to hit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Right. But then now, if it's just all on you, so then now it's like, okay, cool. I'm gone clear in a way.
Yeah.
Right. So then now we're just setting targets for Daniel all the way through.
So you're saying
So now this whole thing is just
On you.
you rather than both of us. If you get what I'm saying. So let's just say if there's an area in which you're not really good at or you're not progressing the way I'm progressing in, totally fine. We can talk about that. Let's say that could be career.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, oh, I'm not too sure this or what I'm trying to do. Okay, cool. Let's talk about it because obviously this is going to contribute to the thing. If you want to take our relationship to the next level, it's very important for us to know what we're going to do. Right.
Yeah.
So let's set that up for you. For me, it could be something completely different. It might not be career, right? But it could be a completely different area.
Yeah.
So, but that might be an area in which you're progressing in, right? So now it's like, cool. This is what your master's going to look like. Let's discuss it and what we're going to do there,
Yeah.
right? But then what I'm saying is if Daniel, career, Daniel this, Daniel that,
Yeah.
what would you say about that situation? Do you get what I'm saying? Because then now it's like we're just focusing on you and you hitting your milestones for the progression rather than it kind of going both ways.
I mean, that's what happens a lot of the times when you see with, wives, where it's like they support their husbands and their careers and literally everything that they do. And at the end of it, the, wife will be like, I have nothing for myself, And I guess that's where the phrase of like, what can I do for you comes in, where it's like, okay, we can focus on you. And I guess the communication, that's why literally everything boils down to communication. At the start of your relationship, it's like, all right, you're on the track to, achieving all of these milestones. We're going to put in place a plan for you to do all of this. But in all of that, we can't get lost that I also might have something coming up. So let's just say, 2 years into helping your partner build their business, it's like, okay, I actually have an idea that I want to start on. It's not that you have to now pause this, but as a partner, you also have to realize and understand that, okay,
Awareness.
maybe, you have to have awareness that like, okay, although my stuff is booming, I also need to take the time
100%.
to understand, what you want going on as well. And I think, just communicating that is actually really, really important.
Yeah, there was this lady that I used to work for, and she how do I say start giving details? Like she had a small business that was actually really solid in concept, right? And this is after she had 1 or 2 children, and she had left corporate world for a bit, all this kind of thing. And she had a pretty solid business idea. She didn't have perfect execution of it, but it was pretty solid. And it was always shocking to me that her husband had zero involvement at all. Not any level, not helping with any bookkeeping, not helping with any, there's literally no aspect that he was supporting her in. The business ended up failing, right? Well, she sold it, I think, whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, you really should have never had to go back to a 9-to-5 situation because you're actually sitting on something good. If your partner would have just helped you with it a little bit, the potential was there. You know what I mean? So it is interesting when people are like, yeah, because it's like, okay, he's living his life, he's hitting his goals, whatever. But it's like, at least in my eyes, I'm like, when it comes to your partner, is their goals not also your goals by default?
Exactly.
And this is why I talk about that commitment thing or the choice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because if it's a choice to be together, you look at me.
Nah,
swing my
there's some
legs.
nice socks, bro.
Socks?
Yeah.
Anyways, have you seen these socks before? I was gonna try to do that whole thing about a movie again. And
Never heard that song.
yeah, never heard the socks before. The choice thing, say your thing is popping off or has popped off. If has popped off is different.
Yeah.
It's a bit harder
It's a
to
bit-
look at.
yeah.
Popping off is like you're still both
Yeah,
figuring
yeah.
out. But let's say it has
Yeah.
popped off and it's established. You chose, you know what I'm saying, to be with someone that is maybe figuring out or whatever. Or
Your
maybe
little
even
Dirk and India's gonna have cosmetics soon.
being in the real relationship goals, bro. Bro, if they got none and you got some, like the choice is still there. So like you can't even now be tired. Like, you can be tired, right? Because it's natural expressions of the emotions and things like that. But you're right. You do have to contribute to that. Like it is weird to not want to support the goals of the other on both aspects of it, right?
Yeah.
Someone that's got something is weird to not want to contribute to that.
Yeah.
And someone who has something is weird to not want to actually uplift that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Yeah.
going
Nah,
back to what
facts.
you're asking of like, what did you say? Do relationships have to move at the same pace? I think it's just the direction. The pace is the variable part of it. The direction is the standard. Like that doesn't change.
Yeah.
But that pacing and the goals and what is required to do to get to that is where there's a lot of, I guess,
It only becomes a problem when
Movement.
someone's not hitting the milestones.
Yeah.
bro. It's performance review, bro.
Yeah,
Can there
performance
be an
review, yeah.
expectation on like, yo, by this day I expect this?
I think so.
Yeah.
Right?
think
I
so.
expect.
Yeah.
You can't, bro. We don't
It's
realize.
something with work. Like the work
Bro,
is in the
Is
gym
it, you
with
go for a
work.
job interview. I'm interviewing you. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Like-
Well, it's funny that
Yeah,
relationships
100%.
are such a big part in people's life, but we don't move militant with them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Like we
nice.
actually got to move a bit
That's nice.
serious with this
Yeah,
stuff.
100%.
We talk about faith, and people are like, "There's that verse that says, hold it with fear and trembling," which is just say, hold it serious, guard it.
Yeah.
People, we ain't guarding our relationship.
Yeah.
We're not guarding the
Yeah.
expectations that
Gotta
we
guard
set with each
relationship in
other.
your heart.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
actual on job when it comes to it.
Yeah.
If you're not on job with the life partner, I don't know, man.
Bruh,
what, else what else are we trying to do here?
You're
bro?
gonna be finished. Not completed.
Completed, all right.
Finished.
Because, bro, honestly, if your boss has to have a conversation 3 times about your performance,
Hey, shake my hand, bro.
Come on.
Shake my hand.
Come on.
Shake my hand. Yeah, hey, that's factual.
honestly, think about it. Think about it.
All facts, no printers.
No printers.
I don't know anyone that's still working there.
Right, and this is the thing. If we can have that understanding within the actual job, like bring that into the relationship,
Yeah,
as
which
well,
is not
man.
as serious as your
You
relationship
know what I mean?
long term. Yeah.
Long term, yeah. Mad thing, man.
Facts.
Hey, man, before we say something stupid, bro, I think that is a great
Yeah.
exit of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It
No
is.
wake up call.
I actually don't have one. I have one, but it's very positive.
Let's end on a positive note.
I don't know if I want it.
That is good.
Drag. Because I want to save the positive one for some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But does anyone reckon there's something to wake people up with today?
Oh, no, I thought it was just fully your segment now.
It is
I
fully
was
my
just gonna
segment.
let you just run with it.
It's like, dude, out of poverty. I just like
just
to
gonna
keep
let you
guys-
run with it.
Yeah.
Nah, this is good.
All right. Hey, thank you for joining us for another episode.
Thank you.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, send it to your mama.
Yeah, do those 5 things.
There was an
That's it?
avenue for
I know.
disrespect, like
I
a
know.
joke.
I knew it was about to
within me.
happen, but I was like,
While I'm watching it with her.
or I'll send it to your mama. Yeah. Hey, that was 189. We're closing in on 200. 200 freaking episodes. You guys actually like our voice.
Blessing.
All right. Peace out.
Love.
Take care. Catch you next week.